It's time now for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network. This game is brought to you in part by the Mallory Agency, Key of LaGrange, Wellstar West Georgia Medical, the Medicine Cabinet, Kemp's Carpet, and ML Aubrey. Now to the field for Troup Tigers high school football.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Troup High School Tiger football. We're ready for another big game as the Troup High School Tigers get ready to take on the Kendrick Cherokees. We're at Memorial Stadium down here in Columbus, Georgia. Greg Hicks is joining me. I've got Spencer over here to my right. And, Greg, I just want to say something as I was thinking about this. I did a little research.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We are here at Memorial Stadium.
Right.
Has a storied past. This is a stadium that once was the home of the Auburn-Georgia game every year.
That's right.
From about 1916 to about 1955. Holds over 15,000 people, and I don't know that we're going to need that capacity tonight.
Well, I don't know. I expect a big crowd from the Cherokees. You're ashamed. Big crowd tonight from both teams. Now, actually, it's got to be because of COVID.
Yes,
we're social distancing, and these guys are doing a wonderful job. Over on the Troup side, the sun's going down in the west. The visitor side faces the west. So guess what? The sun's in your eyes.
That's how we usually start most games at Callaway Stadium.
That's right. Home side, plenty of room, plenty of. With 15,000, wouldn't you, as a high school, wouldn't you just love to play in a facility like this?
Well, what's the capacity of Callaway Stadium?
I want to say it's 2,500 each side. I could be maybe 2,200 each side.
I think about 5,000.
About 5,000 max. And, of course, if you put them in the end zone, you might squeeze 5,500, 6,000 people maybe. But that's on a good either Troup LaGrange, Troup Callaway, LaGrange. It's got to be something like that.
Actually, you go back to some state playoff games that LaGrange has hosted over the years. There's been that kind of capacity there. I've actually covered back in the early 90s. I was on the sideline covering some of those games very early on. So two really kind of storied stadiums, but, of course, this one has got that college pedigree. Some of our historically black colleges have played big bowl games here.
I want to say it's the
Grambling and Fort Valley State and several others.
The Amos Alonzo Stag Bowl, I believe, was here, or maybe still be here. I'm not sure.
Well, tonight it's going to host the Troup High School Tigers and the Kendrick Cherokees. They're both coming in at different points in the season. The Tigers are really turning their season around. They're right now 2-3. They hope to make themselves 3-3 by the end of this contest. Right now, Kendrick coming in looking for their first win on the season. We'll talk about actually in the next break how the region breaks up because, again, there's a whole bunch of us in this region. There's 8 teams in this region.
9, actually.
9, actually. So, there's a lot of folks in this region. We'll talk more about how that works out when we come back. Right now, let's take our first break. You listen to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Hi, friends. TOWD here for Kia LaGrange. This month's featured vehicle is the exciting 2020 Kia Sportage LX, and you can own it today for only $21,999. It's October, and it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And once again, Kia LaGrange will be supporting Hope for Today by making a donation for every car we sell this month. Come see us today at 1217 Lafayette Parkway or check us out online at KiaLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy. And God bless America.
Stop number 112180. See Kia LaGrange for complete details.
This moment of relief, brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with insurance for what you value most.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr, on the square in downtown LaGrange.
You still don't need to buy no ugly shirt now.
At Mud Creek Graphics, we have over 23 years of experience bringing you the very best in apparel printing. Our exceptional graphic artists will work with you to create beautiful custom-designed T-shirts for any occasion. But that's not all. Mud Creek is there for you for the printing of banners and signs that will get your message across to everyone. We love supporting our local schools every year, so for your custom T-shirts, signs, banners, embroidery, and more, like Mud Creek Graphics on the Book of Faces, or visit us at 211 Greenville Street.
The world has changed, but your desire to live your healthiest life has not. From temperature checks to extra deep cleaning, your health and safety when you visit our offices, health parks, and hospitals remains our top priority. Our primary care and specialty medical experts are ready to see you through any health concern you may have. We are here for Georgia, and we are here for you. Wellstar, more than healthcare, people care.
At ML Aubrey, we are proud to sponsor the Troup Tigers this year. ML Aubrey is the oldest continuously operated family-owned farm supply store in the South. We have feed for every animal, of course, but we do sell lots of Carhartt clothing, plus Rocky, Georgia, Dan Post, and Muck boots. We sell food plot seed with all the different seeds you need. Our 5-way Pats blend is only $16.95 for 50 pounds, and this year, 50 pounds of our own Triple 13 is only $10.45 a bag at ML Aubrey. We are ML Aubrey, Main Street, beautiful downtown Roanoke.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tigers high school football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football. Jack Foreman, Greg Hicks live here from Memorial Stadium in Columbus, Georgia. A beautiful venue for pretty much any kind of sporting event, but tonight, of course, for football, high school football at that. We're getting ready for a big game tonight in Region 2 Quad A. A very important game for the Troup High School Tigers is they'll try to even their record on the season. Right now they're 2-3. They'll hopefully get them to 3-3 on the season, whereas the Kendrick Cherokees are just looking for their first win. They're winless so far on the season and want to get something going. Actually, we were talking about a little bit, Greg, in the break, 9 teams in the region. Right now, we've got 3 teams that are winless, Shaw, Kendrick, and Spencer. We got one team, Columbus, with 1 win. Then you got Jordan and Troup with 2 wins.
Hardaway.
And then Hardaway with 3 wins. Carver with 3, and LaGrange with 4 wins, 3 in the region. So, really, there's the haves and the have-nots.
Well, yeah, I guess I'm looking at – I took this picture out of LaGrange Daily News, and it's showing that Hardaway has 2 wins in the region. But either way, Troup's got a –
Well, yeah, you're right. Sorry, 3-1 in the season, 2-1 in the region.
Yeah, I guess I was just looking at the region side. Yeah, the Tigers 2-1 in the region. They had an open week. We talked about that earlier coming down. They had an open week before the Hardaway game. And, Hardaway this year is you and I talked, it's kind of one of those aberrations in that – the last 15 or 20 years, if you go back and look at their record, they're, 3-7, 6-4, 5-5, 7-3, maybe. All of a sudden this year they've got a real good team. Who would have thunk it, when they make the changes over. We knew that, and most every fan in Troup County, whether you're a LaGrange fan or a Troup fan, you knew coming into this region there were going to be some predominantly weaker teams. And which, hey, if you're a competitive athlete, you don't really like that. You'd rather have teams that are gives you a little bit more competition. But
if you're a wrestling fan, to be the man, you got to beat the man.
True that. And so, but anyway, we got our challenge. But bottom line is we got to take it one game at a time, and you never can overlook your opponent. So, but anyway, the Tigers really need to go even and finish up this game with a win tonight, and should be 2-2 in the region because the season's. We missed our 2 scrimmage games, so the season is rapidly coming to a kind of a regular season over halfway point kind of thing. And it's like, wow, time's flying. So, what we don't want to be doing is looking up at a 4th seed early on. And so we've got to really – you got a lot of critical games coming up, and we've got to win those games.
Well, you're right. Just not to look ahead, to use the old adage, but let's look ahead. Kendrick tonight, Shaw the next ball game, and then kind of a gauntlet with Carver and LaGrange back-to-back, and then Jordan to end the season. So the Tigers kind of have their work cut out here. They've got that little turn through Carver and LaGrange. They're going to be 2 very difficult teams. But tonight, the most important thing is we've got to beat the Kendrick Cherokees. We'll talk about how we're going to do that when we come back. You listen to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Hi, football fans. Brian Bonner from Glenn Smith in Opelika. We love this time of year with all the excitement of football. We also love that Glenn Smith can play a part in supporting high school sports. We salute the teams, coaches, band, and cheerleaders, and, of course, the family and friends. We are proud to be your Chevy, Buick, and GMC dealer for the East Alabama and West Georgia. Online 24/7 at glennsmith.com. Glenn Smith, Chevy, Buick, GMC. Get ready to smile.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Kemp's Dalton West Flooring, your locally owned and operated flooring professional since 1977. With a huge inventory of hardwood, tile, carpet, area rugs, and vinyl flooring, add the wonderful installation crew that gets the job done right, and you'll enjoy your flooring for years to come. So drop in and pick out your flooring, and they will measure your home and give you a free estimate quick. Kemp's Dalton West Flooring, located at 1287 Lafayette Parkway in LaGrange, or on the web at daltonwest.com. And like Kemp's Dalton West Flooring on Facebook and Instagram.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tigers high school football.
Welcome back to more Troup Tigers football there. As Luke Tromp's into his lower register, we appreciate that. But we're ready for the Troup High School Tigers to take on the Kendrick Cherokees live here from Memorial Stadium, as we mentioned. Right now, Kendrick's still on the field, warming up, getting ready for this game. And, of course, the Tigers in the locker room deciding how they're going to attack this ball game. Greg, let's reflect back on last week. Troup High School Tigers had a big win against Columbus, 53-14. The clock ran both the third and fourth quarters of that game. We got through pretty quick there at Memorial Stadium. Not quick enough to get to the hot sign at Krispy Kreme, but
no, unfortunately not.
We did make an effort. Couldn't get even the chocolate glazed donuts for
Just
Spencer.
give me an effort, Jack. That's really what matters, an effort.
Just an effort, all we wanted. But
if we could have just had it out of Krispy Kreme last week.
We're looking to get our money back tonight for the donuts that went awry. But anyway, Kendrick, bless their hearts, tough season for them so far. They've been outscored 185-28 on the season. So most of those points came last week. They scored 14 in their game last week. So bless their hearts, they've had a rough time this season. But as we mentioned, so have Shaw, Kendrick as well, Spencer. All of those are winless so far on the season. But, they've got a chance this weekend, as there's always a chance where there's a game. The Tigers tonight with Kendrick. Jordan taking on Shaw tomorrow night. Columbus and Hardaway will play tomorrow night. And then, of course, the big game tomorrow night with the LaGrange High School Grangers and Carver. That's a game, Greg, where somebody is going to have a loss in the region.
True, and, it would do nothing more for Matt Napier to have a big upset like that, for sure. We talk about all the teams in this region, and, Carver's not only the top team in this region, as we all knew coming into this year, but they're also ranked high in Quad A this year. So
I think 7 was the last number I saw.
It's high enough for me. I'd love if the Tigers were ranked in the top 10, but, it's kind of hard to do when you start the season 0-3. But, it stands to bode a pretty decent ball game tomorrow night. I'm out of town. Otherwise, I might tune in a little bit, see what's going on, but I might even attend it because I'm just really curious to see, what kind of offense Carver has, what kind of defense they have, how tough they are. Because you're not talking about coming out. We haven't seen them play in years, so we just don't know what they have. And, it'd be nice to see what Napier's brought over to LaGrange and see what kind of offense. We kind of know what he's running, but based on what he's at Callaway. But, I just like to see the kids and see how well they've progressed over the last year.
Well, one thing that I noticed last week that I was very, very impressed with in the Tigers win against Columbus is that they've really begun to spread the ball out. They really found how they want to run Teo Todd from the quarterback position. They give him some great looks with an RPO offense. He can get to the outside. He can cut back inside. He can decide to hand the ball off. He can toss sweep. He can pass out of it. So a lot of options, and they're giving them the opportunity to make some of those choices on the field.
Well, you're right. And, when you have what they call an RPO, which is run pass option, a lot of times this is just a dedicated run. We just know, when we snap the ball, count one, boom, he's up the middle. We know there's no option. We know it's a dedicated run. But when it's a RPO, run pass option, he has a chance to either pull it back and then throw it if he's going to maybe pull it from a tailback, either whether he's going up the middle or either side, or he can take a two-step drop and decide he wants to run a pass play. Either way, he's becoming more and more familiar with his wideouts, and the wideouts are starting to rein in those passes that are in the area and that are catchable and that need to be caught. And you've got a guy – and one thing about Teo versus, let's say, a Tyson Duncan who came in last week at Columbus and was really smooth, second play from scrimmage, he just kind of lays it out to Buddy Wortham, and Wortham never broke stride and took it in for 6. And Teo is one of those that'll knock you down with a football. You better be ready. So when he drills it, you got to be ready to catch it. So it's a different different tempo when Tail Todd's in there. But still, bottom line is the coaches always said, look, if you got a hand on it, you better catch it.
That's true. If it's in the region, you better be pulling it down. Right now, their junior ROTC is bringing the flag out to the middle of the field. We're going to step away as they have the national anthem. We come back, lots more to talk about as we get ready for this contest between the Troup High School Tigers and the Kendrick Cherokees. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Hi friends, TOW here for Kia LaGrange. This month's featured vehicle is the exciting 2020 Kia Sports LX, and you can own it today for only $21,999. It's October and it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And once again, Kia LaGrange will be supporting Hope for a Day by making a donation for every car we sell this month. Come see us today at 1217 Lafayette Parkway or check us out online at KiaLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy. And God bless America.
Stop number 112180. See Kia of LaGrange for complete details.
This moment of relief brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with all your home and auto insurance needs.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Rogers Barbecue in LaGrange has been locally owned since 1945, and they have daily lunch specials for only $7.29, and that includes your drink and dessert. Tuesday night from 5 to close is all-you-can-eat ribs, and Thursday's all-you-can-eat catfish, and with their Brunswick stew, is famous throughout the region. They proudly serve only U.S. farm-raised catfish, so dine in or use our convenient drive-thru Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. So join the crowd at Rogers Barbecue.
Hello, I'm Steve Butts, and recently joined the wonderful staff here at the Medicine Cabinet on Moody Bridge Road. As a lifelong resident of Troup County and 32 years of pharmacy experience, I look forward to reacquainting myself with old Coley Drugs customers and to taking care of you and your family with all your pharmacy needs here at the Medicine Cabinet, with 3 locations in LaGrange, Lee's Crossing, Vernon Road, and Moody Bridge. Remember, we still do custom compounding of prescriptions here at the Moody Bridge location, and I have the keys in my pocket.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tigers High School football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football. Jack Bowman, Greg Hicks, live here from Memorial Stadium in Columbus, Georgia, as the Troup High School Tigers are getting ready to take on the Cherokees of Kendrick High School. The color guard has just done a great job of presenting their colors to the Kendrick band as they play the national anthem, and it's getting more and more like a ball game out here. A great night tonight. Temperatures in the 70s. Maybe a light jacket once the sun goes down, Greg, for the folks out in there on the stadium. But up here in the booth, it's a very, very comfortable temperature. We've done a couple of ball games up here over the years, and it is one of the best press boxes. I think it's open. You've got a lot of interaction with the other folks that do the press. We've got great hospitality by the folks here. Greg has partaken of the popcorn.
Absolutely, going to do the popcorn thing.
Well, I can't, because I know that as soon as I take a bite, I will cough it, and I'll sound like I got COVID on
like
the air.
That?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
We don't have call switches on our mics, but
I think I probably would forget to use them.
Yeah, well, I'm going to leave that alone. But anyway, the Tigers, we mentioned that Taylor Todd, they've kind of found something to do with him. Got a good idea how to run that offense behind him. But there's also kind of the 3-headed monster of running backs we've got in the backfield. Of course, Anthony Ferguson, the senior, doing the yeoman's work back there, kind of the big guy. Marcarius Kelly coming in, hitting some big slashing runs. And also A.J. Tucker doing a great job back there as well.
And don't forget DeMonte Moss is coming in.
Yep.
Yeah, he's trying to get last week Glisson said he wanted to see all 3 guys in the backfield, and for sure they were back there. Tucker is deceivingly big. I mean, he's only probably stands right now maybe 5'5", 5'6", but wow, is he thick from the waist down. And when you give him that football, he's going to grind you some yardage right up the middle. He's typically running between the tackles, and last week against Columbus, he was good for 3, 4, 5 yards every time he touched the football. And that's what you wanted to see. And, of course, Devontae Moss is kind of a tackle outside. And he'll hit the hole inside, but more than likely he's going to break it toward the outside, where A.J. Tucker just says, hey, just give me the ball, and I'm going north-south.
I will run over about 6 of y'all as I go down the field. That's exactly the way he runs. Also how he plays defense. So just hard-nosed.
Yes.
Just trying to just pick through guys until he finds the guy with the ball.
Well, last week we talked about, offense, defense, but the kicking game for the last 2 weeks. And I joked with Coach Glisson Monday night at 7:30, and you guys tune us in every Monday night at 7:30 on Eagle 1023.com or Eagle 1023, and we're there at Your Pie Pizza. Better yet, come on out to Your Pie Pizza every Monday night. But anyway, I was talking to Coach Glisson about all three phases of the football game. And, finally, he said, 2 weeks ago I had to fire my special teams coach. And, I thought, oh, my gosh, who did he fire? And then he started laughing. He said, well, I fired myself. And then he comes back in. And, the special teams have really turned it around the last couple of weeks. Cody Bray was spot on last week on all PATs.
Had a field goal.
Isaac Andrews, he did. Had like a 36-yard field goal, so that was great. Isaac Andrews is punting the ball very consistently now. And, and so we're really liking to see the punting game, even the punt return game and the kickoff game. They're starting to share, maintain their lanes and take over their assignments, and it's nice to see that each week all phases are kind of coming together at the halfway point.
I also have really enjoyed what the defense is doing. Let's think about that. They scored twice against Columbus last week. We had the interception. Zy Varner picked one off, returned it, and then Jacob
Bailey.
Jacob Bailey is coming off the scout team, making it to the starting team, and tell you what, he made his presence known in that ball game last week.
It's funny because I looked through the binoculars and I thought, wow, the kid can't be more than 160 pounds soaking wet. And Coach Glisson said Monday night, yep, that's about right. But he's got a nose for the football. He's got an eye for the football. He's just got that football IQ where he keeps up. He sees the flow of the game. He reads it well and he reacts well. And, so a guy with a big heart and a small frame can make up with a lot if he's got that IQ to where he anticipates well.
Yeah, he definitely has done a great job with that. Jordan Adams, again, really kind of leading that defense in tackles. Tremendous job by him last week. Tay Shells, how many times did we call his names last week?
Absolutely. One of the things that we talk about quietly effective, he wasn't a starter last year. He's kind of broken it off the scout team this year, doing a wonderful job. You were going on that defensive front, and I get to thinking about Chris Hilton. He's kind of the unsung hero. When you look at 56, Hilton is a senior this year, and they've got him listed as 52, but I believe his number is 56. And, man, he's all over the place. And if he's not the first one, he's one of the first ones in on that tackle.
52.
That's right, 52, because Demetrius Hurd, who moved over from defense last year, kept his number.
Yep.
He's the offensive line at 56. He's now the right tackle, Demetrius Hurd. So
Chris is also somebody that they've got to account for every play. I mean, you're not somebody that they got to leave open, because if not, he's going to be in the backfield.
Absolutely.
He's an upfield runner. He's going to find that gap. He's going to shoot that gap. How much pressure do we put on that poor Columbus quarterback? I talked to Coach Napier. That was a different Columbus team that he faced because they had a different quarterback. The starting quarterback that played against LaGrange, where they had a little trouble with him, did not play against us.
Interesting.
So that was a whole really different Columbus team. Because you imagine how much difference a starting quarterback can make.
Makes. Absolutely. Talking about a difference a player makes, I think about our freshman defensive end. And we said at the first game at Harris County, I said, let's see what these coaches see in Quay Birdsong. Wow. We like what they see because Quay has been he's still just a freshman, so he has a lot of upside potential, a lot of growth there, a lot of not only physical growth, but growth in his strength as well. And I'm so excited to see what the next 3.5 years has for a kid like Quay Birdsong that has a huge arm reach, kind of like a King Makuta. Not as tall as King is, but who knows where he's going to wind up by the time he's a senior as far as his height and his weight. But just exciting to see because he is, as a freshman, really making a lot of noise at that left defensive end.
Well, we kind of talked about that. I hate to put the King Makuta moniker on him. Just kind of hang that on him. But
no, we
really,
don't. Not yet. He hasn't earned that.
But as a freshman, he really does look different on the field than the other guys. And that's something that King, from junior high, just looked different than everybody else on the field.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell there's something there in that young man. Let's take the break. When we come back, we'll get you the starters. We'll get you who's going to be receiving the ball, who's going to be kicking off, and all that stuff. Well, let's kick off right here on Eagle Sports.
Hi, football fans. I'm Kelly Watkins with Glenn Smith in Opelika. We love this time of the year with all the excitement in football. We also love that Glenn Smith can play a part in supporting high school sports. We salute the teams, coaches, bands, the cheerleaders, and, of course, the families and fans. We are proud to be your Chevrolet Buick GMC dealer for East Alabama and West Georgia. Online 24/7 at glennsmith.com. Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC, get ready to smile.
Life costs money, sometimes lots. First Franklin Financial has loans for living. Our Hogansville and LaGrange branches offer personal loans with payment plans to fit any budget. Stop by and meet the friendly Franklin folk at the location near you. Visit onefc.com to learn more. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 5656.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
You still don't need to buy no ugly shirt now.
At Mud Creek Graphics, we have over 23 years of experience bringing you the very best in apparel printing. Our exceptional graphic artists will work with you to create beautiful custom designed t-shirts for any occasion. But that's not all. Mud Creek is there for you for the printing of banners and signs that will get your message across to everyone. We love supporting our local schools every year, so for your custom t-shirts, signs, banners, embroidery, and more, like Mud Creek Graphics on the Book of Faces, or visit us at 211 Greenville Street.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tigers high school football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Mormon, Greg Hicks, and Spencer. And we're just going to give them one name. Spencer. I'm not going to tell him his last name.
Not the high school.
We're going to make him like mysterious.
Spencer. Yeah, but although he is wearing green.
Or Spencer for hire.
Spencer for hire.
But is he an
I
owl
thought it
or
was
a green
not
wave?
for hire.
Is he an owl or a green wave? I'm not sure. Is he a blue devil or a red devil?
I don't know.
Sure.
What about is he a county or not?
These are the sort of things that you find out about here on the Eagle
Hey,
Radio.
you just got to stay tuned. You got to listen to these ball games.
Yes, you'll be in on all the inside jokes. Let's talk about this starting lineup here tonight, Greg. Over on the offensive side, he was just announcing it. He began with Royce White, and my goodness gracious, what an awesome young man he is.
Royce, one of those Quade Birdsong type things. When I say that, as a freshman, I picked up on Royce White standing up in the old gymnasium. I said, Coach, who's that big kid? He said, that's Royce Weiss. And I said, wow, he's a big boy. And, of course, he didn't play a lot his freshman year. But sophomore, junior, and now his senior year, he's pretty much been a starter. Yeah. He was in and out a lot his sophomore year, but last year a starter. So when you got a kid that's a freshman or a sophomore that's getting a lot of turf time, then you know something special about that kid. And Royce White, for sure, is a special kid. We've got senior P.J. Jones that came over from Lynette. Mm-hmm. Probably not a bad move for him personally when he saw that, wow, well, they kind of took care of the play for the state championship last year, and it looked like they had a lot of seniors. I know Coach, and I lost that, but his son down at Lynette, his son took off and goes to play with Alabama this year. So they lost a lot of players. So he said, you know what, I need to go transfer. And he moves to Troup County, grabs him a house, and his family moves over, and he's starting and doing a good job. Will Cooley's been around for 4 years and doing a wonderful job. Braxton Truitt, really your only underclassman on that offensive line as a junior. And so next year we know he's going to have to step it up and be that leader. Then you've got senior Demetrius Hurd, who moved over from defense, as we said earlier. And then you've got Mercurius Kelly, Zy Varner at your wideouts, along with junior Buddy Wortham. And sophomore Novell Dean, who you and I have mentioned him a lot this year. He's starting to learn how to catch those bullet passes from Teo Todd. And you've got the senior tailback in Anthony Ferguson. And, of course, you've got the freshman quarterback who a lot of people think highly of, and we watch him each week in Teo Todd, and we're excited about him. I know his dad, Brandon Todd, quarterback in the late night, like 97, 98, 99, 2000. And we're just excited to see his son Teo take the field and do such a tremendous job on the offensive side of the football for the Tigers.
The Tigers have won the toss. They've elected to defer to the second half, so Kendrick will receive to start the game. Let's go ahead and take one more break. When we come back, we've got kickoff live here from Memorial Stadium in Columbus, Georgia on Eagle Sports.
You want pizza, Your whole family wants pizza, but you want it your way, and the kids want it 3 different ways. So what do? You need Your Pie in LaGrange on Bull Street, because at Your Pie, you get your own pizza pie made just for you. Add as many toppings as you want, and the kids make theirs as wacky as they like. Then you enjoy your pizza at Your Pie while your family debates what your youngest ordered. Is it a pizza or a new dish altogether? Your Pie, Bull Street, downtown LaGrange.
Seems just like yesterday. He was running around the backyard playing football with his little brother, dreaming about the big game. Now he's here. He worked hard to make the team, and he's ready to take the field. And at Synovus, we're here to cheer him on. From meeting your personal and business banking needs to pulling for the hometown football team on Friday nights, we're proud to be a part of our community. We're Synovus, the bank of here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tigers high school football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. As the Tigers are making their way onto the field, we'll be kicking off to Kendrick. Tigers kicking left to right on your radio dial. Or if you're watching online, then you know exactly where they are. You can see them. Spencer doing a great job with the camera work this evening. Fresh 12 minutes on the board. The scoreboard is to our left. They do have clocks in the end zone for the quarterbacks to see. So how much time they got? Thank you. Just got the names of the officials. So really excited. James Brown is the head referee. Looking forward to see if he's got any moves for us tonight. He's the hardest working referee in the business.
I was wondering what that little dance step he was doing a while ago. I see what he's got going on.
He said, how?
You, baby.
Jump back, kill myself. All right, so Kendrick going to line up 5 across the front. They know that the Tigers don't kick it way down the field. But I'm curious, Greg, usually around the 30s where we've been putting the ball, and there's nobody there.
30 to 35, and looks like we've got, for the Tigers, Cody Bray will also be out there, and along with Isaac Andrews, and they'll both kind of approach the ball at the same, kind of unusual because you don't know who's going to kick it. You kind of got to wait to the last second. But, they've been dropping it about the 35 to 30, and, the closest Kendrick guy is 7 to 8 yards in front. So let's see what happens.
High kick kicked to the far side. Taken right at the 30. He'll fair catch it there. And that's where the Kendrick Cherokees will take it 1st and 10.
So the Tigers did exactly what they wanted to do. We've not seen them kick it deep. I'm not saying that they can't kick it deep. I'm just saying we haven't seen them. And I think what happens is a lot of times the coaches rely on the defense. Hey, let's set the standard early. Let's defer. Let's let the Kendrick Cherokees take over on offense, and let's kick it down to our 30-yard line. Let's see what we can do from a defensive standpoint. Of course, the Tigers hoping to go 3 and out.
Also, too, we're getting pretty good hang time, so we're right there on the ball when it's caught. Kendrick will break the huddle. They're in their dark navy tops and bottoms, gold highlights. There's a suck and snap, handoff to the tailback of the backfield. He pops to the outside, cuts back in, is finally wrangled down. Let's see.
Jacob Bailey on the tackle.
Yep.
Zy Varner has actually turned him back inside. A.J. Tucker showing up late to the party, but I tell you what, Jacob Bailey, all the way from the opposite side of his linebacker shot, came across the field to make that tackle.
So 2nd down. We get about 4 on that one. 6 more to go for a 1st down. They'll break the huddle. Come on.
Jace Godwin was also in that gang tackle there.
Really tight in the backfield. Wing to the left side. Hand off again to that tailback, and he is met in the backfield. He doesn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. The Tigers are all over that, including number 15 for the Tigers. That's Quay Birdsong.
The guys that got off the bottom of the pile, Quay Birdsong and Jacob Bailey. Again, 2 Birdsong's a freshman and Bailey's a sophomore, so it sounds like we're going to be calling these names a lot over the next couple of years. Kind of exciting. So that'll bring up 3rd and long, 3rd about 7 for the Cherokees from Kendrick as the ball is resting on their own 32-and-a-half-yard line, 32-yard line. Game just gets started. If you just joined us, we're down here in beautiful A.J. McClung Memorial Stadium in Columbus, Georgia on the south side. Gorgeous stadium, gorgeous night tonight.
There's the shotgun snap. There's going to be some motion in the line.
We're going to call it, looks like I saw the man hands on his hip as if it was encroachment for the Tigers. That'll help out the Cherokees. He's going to mark it north.
It won't be a 1st down, but it'll be close.
It'll be 3rd and 2 as it was 3rd and 7. So that'll move the ball out to the look at all these double hash marks. Kind of Got to really pay attention to that. You'd think it would doubly help, but it just gives me blurred vision. Or, no, double vision.
I only see one set of them, Greg. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's my my problem. So the ball's resting on the 37-yard line. They've got to get to the 39, so 3rd and 2.
The quarterback, Jaden Carter, stands at the shotgun set. He's got a man wide left, wide right. A back just to his left, and then a double wing on the right side. He'll call for it, turn, hand the ball to the tailback. He pops to the outside. He's going to try to, and he's going to turn the corner and get wrapped up, but he will pick up the first down as he gets across the 40-yard line.
Should have been tackled in the backfield. Had a guy on him, but it looks like Chris Hilton, along with Jordan Adams and Jace Godwin, had to tackle him way outside where we didn't really want to be. But that's you're right. So that's the first down for the Cherokees, and I'm sure the coaches didn't really like that. Tay Shells, you mentioned earlier. Tay Shells in on the tackle as well. Kendrick in all blue jerseys, blue pants, navy blue helmets. The Tigers in gold pants, white jerseys, and navy helmets.
Double splits. Wing rolls over back to the right side. It's the tailback, number 2. Going to get the call again. He's hit and spun down after a gain of 3. 2nd and 7.
Coming off the bottom of that pile, off the right side, the tailback took off, and there's Tay Shells again with Jordan Adams and Chris Hilton, and Jace Godwin comes off the bottom of that pile as well. So it'll be, they say 2nd and 7, but it really looks like it's going to be maybe a long 6. You don't really want to see. You try to keep your team. You don't want to give them 4 yards on the first down for sure.
Yeah.
And so
right now, Kendrick coming off the ball really well against the Tigers.
Coming off the ball and really getting most of their yardage off tackle, just on the edge.
There's a step. Going right back to the same thing. We have a stunt called, and there's nothing doing on that play. They lose yardage.
Who's the biggest man up front? Yep, you're right. Jordan Adams pops through there, tackles him for about a 5-yard loss. Really 4-yard loss. Well, now it's going to be a 3-yard loss. It pulls them down to 3rd and 9. It was they had gained 4 on the first down, and 2nd down they lost 4 or 3, so it brings up 3rd down and 9 for the Cherokees. A crucial down here for the Tigers. They kind of want a fast start, and so Jack, they really want to hold them right now, not let them get 9 yards and a first down. Let's hold them now. Maybe a pick 6 or maybe a scoop and score. Who knows?
Double wing set to the near side. They split man wide left and right. Quarterback takes it. He's going to roll out to this near side. Got pressure. He just kind of throws it away in the middle of the field. Bounces around. Dangerous throw.
Tons of pressure being put on by Xavier Clark. Xavier was all over him to the point where about the time he let the ball go, he was tackling to the turf some 8 to 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and the pass fell short. It was one of those you said ill-advised attempt because it had interception possibility all over it.
Yep. So 4th down now. They do set up in a punt formation. Who they got that back there deep for us, Greg?
Well, I don't think it's Ferguson. It looks like 27, Quay Moss. So he should be down on the 20-yard line.
There's the snap. Quickly has to get the ball off. With Tigers were all over him. Ball hits at the 45, bounces laterally down to the 30. 35 down to the 30, so that's where the Tigers will have it, 1st and 10. 7:44 left to go in the first quarter of play. No score. The Tiger Band is here, as you hear them in the background there.
Love the crowd, Mike Spencer.
Yep.
Green Wave.
Like Bono and Cher, and that's Spencer, just the one-man name. So here come the Tigers. Theo Todd calls for it. He'll keep it himself, go to the left side, find some running room, cross the middle field, cuts back inside, follows the block, spins down across the 50 to the 47.
Nice block by Jake Lane. Jake Lane stood up in the slot to the right side, and he took a step in motion, and about the time he took that step, the ball is snapped. Perfect time for him as he kicks out to the left side. He kicks out the really like a long trap block, and Theo Todd took it, following right up the middle, and picked up a first down.
It's as big as the stadium is, Greg, it's really tight over on that far side. There's not a lot of room between the spectators. That they're a little block and the line. So the guys got to make sure they stay back so that the officials can get by with the chains. Once again, that's the same play, and it's a better result. 30-25 down the sideline, knocked out of bounds at the 20. And a flag, I think a little bit of extra hitting going on the outside of the lines.
And, I'm not so sure that it won't go against Teo Todd, is that he laid a wallop right before he thought about getting hit. It could go either way, but we're way away, and we're down across the field on the 19-yard line. And let's see what the referee has to say. The Tigers lined up real quick. Personal foul. Against Kendrick.
It's Kendrick.
All right. So that was
he was kind of giving himself. That's why he had to give the shot, because he was kind of giving himself up, and then here comes the Kendrick player. So he had to kind of lay the wood to him.
That was about a 28-yard run by Teo Todd right off the left side behind Big Royce White, opening up holes out there for the Tigers.
Teo takes it, hands the ball off this time to his tailback, who bursts through, gets down inside the 5-yard line.
Senior Anthony Ferguson takes off, comes right behind Jake Lane, who's helping out in motion, and also on that right side is Demetrius Hurd, basically taking care of that defensive end, which allowed Ferguson to get outside, inside the 5-yard line, down to the 3. It's his second and goal for the Tigers.
Todd calls for it, turns, hands the ball off. Ferguson makes one man miss, heading toward the goal line, makes a cut, and he'll go out of bounds at about the 3.
So there was a very long run, really just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as he took, and he had to actually, like a bow and arrow, he had to bow back, and he probably pursued outside the 10. Then he had to cut it back hard and run to the sidelines, and a lot of Cherokees were pursuing him, which you wonder, hey, let's just go north and south. Let's see what happens here.
Well, that play's going to be whistled dead. I think we may have been offsides there, Greg. Weren't set.
And you had A.J. Tucker, number 7, who we mentioned in pregame that he likes to run north and south.
That's actually going to go against Kendrick.
Well, A.J. Tucker were right up the middle, and had it not been a whistle blown, that would have been 6 for the Tigers.
So legal substitutions was going to be called. They'll go against Kendrick, so half the distance. So it's on the 1.5-yard line. Man goes in motion. Todd takes a shotgun snap. Hands the ball off, and we walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
A.J. Tucker takes the handoff from Todd at about the 4-yard line, and it wasn't a typical put-it-in-your-gut handoff. It was one of these, and he just hands it, actually puts it in his hand's face, and almost dropped it, Tucker did. And then Tucker grabbed it, and nobody was there. It's almost like they didn't know what was coming.
Well, it became almost a draw play.
The way it was, and he just 3 steps and just stepped across the line and handed the referee the official the ball. So that'll bring up a touchdown for the Tigers, and the extra point is good.
Kick is up, and the kick is good, as Greg said. 7-0 is your score with 6 minutes, 32 seconds left to go in the first quarter play. Let's take 30 seconds back to the station to listen to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
The world has changed, but your desire to live your healthiest life has not. From temperature checks to extra deep cleaning, your health and safety when you visit our offices, health parks, and hospitals remains our top priority. Our primary care and specialty medical experts are ready to see you through any health concern you may have. We are here for Georgia, and we are here for you. WellStar, more than healthcare, people care.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tigers High School football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Moore and Greg Hicks live here from Memorial Stadium. Tigers will kick the ball off after they go all the way down the field.
Mama used to get on to me when I was growing up about eating fast. But she didn't realize he was prepping me for being an announcer.
Tigers, a little quick kick down the field. It'll go out of bounds, looks like at about the 35. Kendrick will maintain possession.
Marcurius Kelly was on the outside. And different from all other kickoffs, it seems, where we actually kick it, we try to get a lot of air underneath it. He kicked the top of the ball that time, Cody Bray did, to get it to hit the ground, and it bounced up in the air. And Marcurius Kelly just mishandled it, Jack, and it could have been the Tigers football at about the 44-yard line.
So Kendrick, they're trailing right now, 7-0. The Tigers scored a moment ago. 6:32 left to go in the first quarter of play. Here they come back. Ball resting on the 40-yard line.
Kendrick's second possession. On their first possession, Jack, they had 1 first down.
They're going to hand the ball off into the line. Get upfield a little bit, about 4. Actually, he'll back up a little bit, lose a couple. Got about 4 yards. Let's call it 2nd and 6.
Birdsong on the tackle, left defensive end. Quay Birdsong, freshman, was able to make the tackle, but not after the Cherokees picked up 4 yards, and call it 3.5, but round them up to 4. So it'll be 2nd and 6 as the ball's resting on the Cherokees' 42-yard line. 7-0 if you've been in and out of the radio, and you should mostly be in the radio, listening to what we have to say, hanging on our every word.
Just like our wives are. There's the funny one. Once again, a little bit of a surge as they break through the line of scrimmage. To be brought down at close to the first down marker. Going to be about 2 yards short.
Good job for Xavier Clark and Jacob Bailey, because that was a quick trap, Jack, and it just, boom, it was gone. Yep. And it was 6 yards, 5 yards right up the middle. It'll be 3rd down and 2, but another step, and he would have been more than enough yards for a first down.
3rd and 2. We need to get somebody in the backfield.
The junior quarterback. I'm sorry, that's my son. He says, I'm hanging on your every word. Well, at least somebody is, Tanner.
There you go.
Thank you, son.
None of my family's texted me, so shows you what's going on.
Oh, we gave him a first down, Jack.
Yep. Long snap count. We jump across, so they'll move the ball 5 yards up the field. It'll be a free first down for the Kendrick Cherokees.
Well, if I know my son, he's not only hanging on every word because he's driving a tractor right now down on in South Thompson Road at Greg Cole's pasture, tethering hay to get ready to bale that hay. So it was well after dark last night that he was on that tractor. So we welcome. I don't care if you're on your tractor or in your living room. We're certainly glad that you tuned in to listen to the Tiger football night tonight.
7-0 your score. Tigers leading Kendrick right now, though, across the 50, finally into Tiger territory at the 49. Their quarterback will take the ball, hand the ball, lose it. The Tigers got it. The Tiger ball.
It is the Tiger football. Let's see who's getting up off the bottom. It looks like Zy Varner.
Yep.
So, Zy Varner had a pick 6 last week, and actually comes up with a fumble right on the 50-yard line. So excellent field position for the Tigers, but not until after we gave up another first down on their second session, but we gave it up the easy way, and we had encroachment. And you just don't want that to happen, this time of the year. So Tigers take over very quickly on offense.
There's the snap. Todd back to pass. A little bit of pressure. Completed right across the middle. Gorgeous pass. And even better blocking downfield.
Andrew Townsend comes in on an 8-yard slant right across the middle. Play they've been working on for a while in practice. And as he goes across in front of the free safety, you've got Marcurius Kelly doing a nice block downfield. And so that play picks up about 18 to 20 yards down the field as it's now on the 21-yard pass play as it's on the 29-yard line of the Kendrick Cherokees. And the Tigers are wanting to move so fast, it's causing the officials for Columbus to kind of hold on now. Let's get our act together.
Got to get the chains right.
Yep.
They do. Todd takes it back to pass again. They got a blitz coming on him. Goes to the end zone. We jump up for it, and we come down with it. Touchdown, Tigers!
Let me see who this is. That is Marcurius Kelly that goes way up in the air. And you think, finally, you get up and you take it away, and he is so excited. He went above, and he went well, head over heels, way above everybody, Jack, at about the 4-yard line, came down with it and backed up into the end zone. Just a tremendous pass play. Good to see Teo Todd with, I believe, his second or third touchdown completion of this year.
Cody Bray on to attempt the point after touchdown. Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. 14-0 with 4:03 left to go here in the first quarter of play. That's your score. We'll be right back on Eagle Sports.
At ML Aubrey, we are proud to sponsor the Troup Tigers this year. ML Aubrey is the oldest continuously operated family-owned farm supply store in the South. We have feed for every animal, of course, but we do sell lots of Carhartt clothing, plus Rocky, Georgia, Dan Post, and Muck boots. We sell food plot seed with all the different seeds you need. Our
down with Harold Harmon.
Friendly folk at the location near you. Visit 1FFC.com to learn more. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 5656.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tigers high school football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. A few technical difficulties there. We're back now, and the Kendrick Cherokees get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. 2nd and 10.
A nice job by, again, Jordan Bailey, Quay Birdsong, Jordan Adams right up the middle, and they barely get back to the line of scrimmage. Chase Shell's in on that tackle as well.
They spent a lot of time in the huddle discussing the play. They'll bring it in from the sideline.
It's called clock management, Jack.
20 seconds left to go before they've got to run something, though. 3:24 left to go in the first quarter play. 14-0 is your score. The Tigers leading. Quarterback's going to hand the ball off to number 2 again. Tigers trip him up in the backfield, but he's a tough little runner. He'll break free, get across the 35, and they're going to get something about the 37.
There's a flag down on the 40-yard line. The side judge saw something. Don't know if it was incidental face mask or what, but let's see what they let's see. No, he picks it up. It must have fallen out of his pocket. So no penalty. Oh, maybe it is. Sideline warning again.
Against the Tigers.
Yeah, he did throw it at Gliston's feet there on the 39-yard line.
Again, as I mentioned before, Greg, as wonderful as this stadium is, it's really tight on the sideline over on that far side. Especially when you get the chain crew, it's got to have plenty of room to come up and down the sideline.
You know, I am looking at the, it's a beautiful stadium, but if you look at the visitor side, it may be 6 yards, maybe 7, and over here you've got maybe more like 12 to 14.
It kind of reminds me of like Bowden or something like that.
Oh,
just
my word.
Really tight around.
Oh, yes. Visitor side on the Bowden, you had enough to stand in a line, a straight line.
They come out with just a double wing set, very, very tight splits, though, and they're going to jump off sides this time. They try to draw the Tigers off, get a little bit of extra, but they'll lose yardage.
Just looking at Kendrick's helmet, no logos on the helmet.
Hey, could you sell them some?
I might.
Could you get a big K on there?
The question, I could. The question is, do they have the money to buy it?
Well, is it
I
taxpayer funded?
I do donate, but not all the time. It's in-kind donation.
I think that's what your paycheck is called.
Oh, yes, as a donation.
In kind. Or an unkind donation.
That's right. So 3rd and 8, 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go into the first quarter. Your Tigers up 14-0 over the Cherokees of Kendrick. Still trying to get things together here. We've got delay of game by the Cherokees, so that'll back up another 5 yards. But
10 yards quick.
First touchdown, quick drive by the Tigers on a short field, and A.J. Tucker took it in from 4 yards out. And the next possession, tail tied to Andrew Townsend over the middle for about 21 yards. The next pass, he throws it 21 yards, corner of the end zone. Marquise Kelly goes up and grabs it down.
Back to pass. Big, long pass down the field. They'll just sail out of bounds. I'm glad they had the sideline warning because it would have hit somebody out there.
True. And give Sir Morgan credit for that as he was right on the footsteps, hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder with the wide out and kind of forced him out of bounds as well. So that'll bring up 4th down and about 14 for the Cherokees.
So they'll have to punt the ball away after about 3 penalties in a row there. They do have the clocks on both ends so that the quarterbacks know how much time they've got. There's the snap. Tigers coming after it, but they weren't able to get to it. It'll bounce back the Tigers' way. In fact, it won't even get to the 50-yard line. So the 49 is where the Tigers will have it 1st and 10.
Actually, it hit on the other. It was kind of like a nice little pitching wedge into the green. And a little balata ball as it bit on about the Troup 47-yard line and backed up to the 49-yard line of the Kendrick Cherokees. So so far, Jack, the game is all the first quarter has been played directly in front of us and on the south side. So Tigers once again have excellent field position.
Kendrick showing blitz. Handoff to the tailback, who's going to use that and a lot of other momentum to get almost a first down. About 9 yards on the play. Let's see. Nope, they're going to give him the first down.
That was Navante Moss. We talked earlier in the game. Let's get all three tailbacks in. So we started out with Ferguson. Tucker scored the touchdown, and now Navante Moss is in for the Tigers as he took care of about an 11-yard gain for that.
Quick handoff again. He's following his blockers. Bounces to the outside. Still on his feet. Knocks over two guys. He gets all the way down to the 25-yard line.
Another 14 to 15-yard play right behind Big Royce White and Braxton Truitt as they plow forward for another 14 or 15 yards. And let's see, that I hear whistles, but I don't see any cloth on the field right now. But they have not moved the chains.
Now they are. Personal foul.
Okay.
Against the Tigers. Not sure exactly what they did, but they'll back us up.
I get if there's a cloth on the field, it must be way over on the sideline, and we just can't see it.
Now, they're supposed to use the pink ones this month so we can see them well.
Oh, I didn't see it. My bad.
Get a little extra help up here.
They know that when they see us with reading glasses, though, they say,
binoculars.
Those old men can't see a thing. We got to help them out.
Well, if they give us a little bit extra food, I think we could have seen it. A quick handoff by the Tigers. Wow, what great running. And again, the tremendous blocking downfield. That's one of the things that's just the hallmark of this offense right now, Greg, is the downfield blocking.
And Demetrius Hurd leading the way as he looks back and says, Moss, where are you? I'm leading. I'm down at about the 10-yard line. Where are you from? But another first down by Moss, another 18-yard gain.
He's just slightly tripped up. Tail calls for it. And once more to the tailback. He's riding two guys in front of him. Fights off one. Another one tries to grab him by the ankles, but he goes in the end zone anyway. Touchdown, Tigers!
A 24-yard jaunt off the left side. It was a left side. 3 plays in a row, 3 times for Navante Moss. And touchdown for the Tigers at the 47 seconds to go mark in the first quarter. Your Troup Tigers 20, Kendrick Cherokee 0, awaiting the PAT by Cody Bray.
Again, Greg, it's almost like a wall on a kickoff play. Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. The Tigers put another one on, 21-0, with 47 seconds left to go here in the first quarter of play. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
What do you see when you look at your home and your car? Do you see a bundle? A combo deal? That's how other insurance companies see them. But a State Farm agent sees so much more, because a State Farm agent sees your home and your car as more than just 4 walls and 4 wheels. They see the things you've worked really hard for. So why not give them the protection they deserve?
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Hi friends, TOWD here for Kia LaGrange. This month's featured vehicle is the exciting 2020 Kia Sportage LX, and you can own it today for only $21,999. It's October and it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And once again, Kia LaGrange will be supporting Hope for a Day by making a donation for every car we sell this month. Come see us today at 1217 Lafayette Parkway or check us out online at KiaLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy. And God bless America.
Stop number 112180. See Kia of LaGrange for complete details.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tigers high school football.
Tigers kicking the ball off again. About the same place we kick it, right around the 30 once more.
Not a lot of depth on the Cherokees team. A lot of people wonder, clock and a fair catch and the clock's still running, which is kind of odd. Why isn't the clock stopped to change of possessions? But yet it's running. And but I counted 28 players on the Kendrick Cherokees team. So now
I got us going both ways.
Now they stop the clock. Need to probably put at least 10 seconds back on the clock.
Well, I think they're trying to go get a running clock here in the first quarter.
Kendrick's probably not going to argue with it, though.
All right, Tiger defense back on the field. There's the snap. Quick handoff in the backfield. A little bit of trouble with that snap. And the trouble is because here comes a whole bunch of Tigers all over them.
All really was placed on his hip. He's lucky to grab it. It's good hands by the tailback in that it would have been real easy for it to fall off his hip and the Tigers recover. But, again, clock still running. I think maybe the coaches may have gotten together and kind of talked about the scorekeeper doing that, or the clock operator.
Well, that's going to be the end of the first quarter of play. The Tigers right now leading 21-0 here at Memorial Stadium as they're taking on the Kendrick Cherokees. Let's take 60 seconds, 2 spots. Back to the station. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
The world has changed, but your desire to live your healthiest life has not. From temperature checks to extra deep cleaning, your health and safety when you visit our offices, health parks, and hospitals remains our top priority. Our primary care and specialty medical experts are ready to see you through any health concern you may have. We are here for Georgia, and we are here for you. WellStar, more than healthcare, people care.
You still don't need to buy no ugly shirt now.
At Mud Creek Graphics, we have over 23 years of experience bringing you the very best in apparel printing. Our exceptional graphic artists will work with you to create beautiful custom-designed T-shirts for any occasion. But that's not all. Mud Creek is there for you for the printing of banners and signs that will get your message across to everyone. We love supporting our local schools every year, so for your custom T-shirts, signs, banners, embroidery, and more, like Mud Creek Graphics on the Book of Faces, or visit us at 211 Greenville Street.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tigers high school football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football. A fresh set of minutes, 12 of them to be precise, for the second quarter of play. The Tigers right now leading 21-0 over the Kendrick Cherokees.
Jack.
Yes, sir.
You said there you are. Are you confused where you are? I mean, we're here.
I couldn't hear myself, so but no matter where I go, there I am.
There you are. Speaking of there you are, that was a fumble.
Yep. Kendrick's going to get on it. They'll lose quite a bit of yardage out of that.
Looks like they're going to lose about 10, 12, maybe 14 yards. Yep, 14-yard loss.
That's one my children would have said a bunch of them.
A bunch of them?
Yep. You got to pronounce it of them. You got to really hit the of them part.
Well, they're over yonder. Down there. Right over there.
Yeah, next to the hose pipe.
Next to the hose pipe. Not the garden hose. What about the...
or just the hose.
What about the plug-in?
Oh, here we go. Cherokee. The Cherokees call for it. Long pass down the field. Let's see. Tigers want a piece of that one. Knock it down. Good coverage. Just step by step. Trying to catch who that is. 17.
Good job defensively there for the Tigers by Marquez Hall, a sophomore corner. But, he aired the ball out. What a good arm on him. But even the wide out for Kendrick looked back at the last possible second. And but either way, he was under tremendous coverage for sure.
Kendrick, they don't really get very deep with their punter. The Tigers have been coming after it. Let's see what they do this time.
I was like 3 short downs. Now the Cherokee places their punter on about the 2-yard line. High.
Real high.
We may have a chance to block it.
Really quick to cut that off. That's going to be short. They'll roll down. I think Kendrick bounce across the 50. But you know what? The 49 is where we've started just about every drive so far tonight.
That's true. The Tigers are certainly in familiar territory. Hey, give credit to the Cherokees on that punt as it left his foot on about the 4-yard line, and it's winding up on the 49-yard line of the Tigers. And, the coaching staff and scouting Kendrick, there's an opportunity to block those punts. They got to put a little bit more effort getting back there because it's not a zip. It's kind of a slow lob snap.
It's not even a step he gets to take to kick it either. Here come the Tigers. Todd, a little bit of a low snap, back to pass, throws it. A laser shot to his receiver on the far side. Tries to kind of roll backwards to get some yardage, but he'll be tackled.
Buddy Wortham on the reception, and it was just a little stab pass. Wortham takes off about 4 steps, turns, and the laser pass right in his gut. But kudos to the Kendrick Cherokees. Both the defensive end and the corner were all over him. Only gains 2 yards. Second down and 8 for the Tigers.
Teo takes it. Back to pass again. Throws it down the field. Complete. What a gorgeous pass. And he could go. Down to 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
A 49-yard touchdown pass to Marcurius Kelly on a little slant pass over the middle and just simply stepped around the free safety, who then lost his helmet on the fake from Kelly, and Kelly outruns everybody to the end zone for the third score for the Tigers as they show 21 on the scoreboard, but really, actually that should be the fourth score for the Tigers. 27 as the second quarter really is just barely underway.
Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. 28-0 is your score with 10:19 left to go here in the first half of play. Listen to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
Kemp's Dalton West Flooring, your locally owned and operated flooring professional since 1977. With a huge inventory of hardwood, tile, carpet, area rugs, and vinyl flooring, add the wonderful installation crew that gets the job done right, and you'll enjoy your flooring for years to come. So drop in and pick out your flooring, and they will measure your home and give you a free estimate quick. Kemp's Dalton West Flooring, located at 1287 Lafayette Parkway in LaGrange, or on the web at daltonwest.com. And like Kemp's Dalton West Flooring on Facebook and Instagram.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tigers High School football.
Welcome back to more Troup High School Tigers football right here on Eagle Sports. We've got you all the way into the playoffs, hopefully, for the Tigers this year. Jack Warren Greg Hicks live from Memorial Stadium. As once again we kick the ball off. Fair catch called for at the 30. So Groundhog Day a little bit there again for the kickoff team for the Tigers.
You know, very consistent Cody Bray has been. 30-yard line on every one except when Isaac Andrews kicked it on the top and kind of squib kicked it across the ground, and almost Marcurius Kelly, who just caught that second touchdown pass of tonight for him, almost had that also, that onside kick recovery. This may be, a record night tonight in many ways. Here for the Tigers, especially for Teo Todd, a freshman starter. We've already got 28 points on the board and just starting the second half.
Well, the
second quarter.
Defense hasn't scored yet, so we got to get the defense on the board. They scored twice last week.
They sure did.
So here come the Tigers. After the folks from Kendrick in the backfield, my goodness gracious, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys in the backfield, and they're all over the quarterback.
So Jordan Andrews and Chris Hilton, the first two on the play, along with Xavier Clark. And, of course, Jace Godwin came down and kind of put a shoulder in and helped everybody out, but that'll lose 2. But they actually, by the time they got through pushing him, it was probably 12 yards back, but only losing 2, so 2nd and 12 for the Cherokees. If you've just joined us, whether you're on your tractor out in the hayfield or at home kind of sitting out by the fire, 28-0, your Tigers over the Cherokees so far. 9:40 left to go until halftime.
They're staying in a shotgun set. Wing to the left side. Put a man in motion back to that far side. Quarterback takes it, going to throw a little step pass out to him. He loses it, and it'll go out of bounds on the far side. Was not a lateral. Was more of a forward pass, so it'll bring up third down.
Zy Varner, excuse me. Zy Varner was out there in the slot position, moved from his linebacker position, kind of went with the motion man, and that's who the quarterback had the little stab pass for. But Zy was so focused on trying to make the tackle, had he just looked up, it would have been a pick six. Yep. Because he would have intercepted it on about the 25-yard line and would have just jogged into the end zone.
In stride.
And so he just he was so focused on really making a hit that he slaps his helmet afterwards. He's like, okay, pay attention next time at the football.
9:27 left to go in the first half. 28-0 in favor of the Tigers. Back to pass once again. Little screen pass in the middle of the field. Oh, my goodness gracious. I just feel so bad for that young man.
Speaking of Zy Varner, he tried to make up for what just happened in that the Tigers were all over the quarterback because it was so obvious that you had a lot of white jerseys in on the quarterback, and then all of a sudden he just kind of little dumps it over their head, and Zy Varner has nothing of it. He absolutely just drills the tailback into the turf. So it'll bring up 4th down and call it 11. They'll take Quay Moss, so he'll drop back to about the 40-yard line of the Tigers. Now, remember the Tigers have had an opportunity to block this punt by the Cherokees. Let's see what they do now. They're really not going to send them, but about 3 as they've got 2 linebackers sitting back.
Bad snap, and the head's to fall on it. So at the 20-yard line is where the Tigers will start this next drive, and that does not bode well for the Cherokees.
So you've got Quay Birdsong was really the first one in there, along with Tay Shells, two underclassmen, but just really a bad snap. As you knew that something, we had just talked about that Cherokees has a player down on the 20-yard line. Hope everything's going to be okay with him, but you just kind of knew that something was eventually going to happen on the special teams for that punt.
It's going to take a break. The Tigers right now are leading 28-0 as they take a look at this young man on the field. Listen to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
Rogers Barbecue in LaGrange has been locally owned since 1945, and they have daily lunch specials for only $7.29, and that includes your drink and dessert. Tuesday night from 5 to close is all-you-can-eat ribs, and Thursday's all-you-can-eat catfish, and with their Brundrick stew is famous throughout the region. They proudly serve only U.S. farm-raised catfish, so dine in or use a convenient drive-thru Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. So come join the crowd at Rogers Barbecue.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tigers High School football.
Good to see that player coming off the field under his own power. That's the quarterback, I think, number 4.
It is. I'm glad that's the quarterback. I'm here. Oh, I sound like Jack. I was looking for me, and Spencer found me.
I'm just going to leave that alone. Yeah, I'm just going to let it sit.
Are we punting it again? It looks like they're lining up for another punt. I wonder, did we miss a flag? We must have missed something. So the Cherokees will line up to punt again.
No, it's true ball. That's just a deep safety.
Thank you.
Todd back to pass, throws it. And it's going to fall incomplete. It could have been picked off.
So I want to say that was Jake Lane. Now, in practice, that worked. He caught it in practice.
It doesn't work unless you're here.
Yeah, it only works in the game, right?
Todd going to hand the ball off to the tailback. It's Tucker. Tucker fighting his way up the field. Still on his feet. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling up the field. He's still on his feet. He goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
A.J. Tucker, who just simply ran off the right side behind Big Demetrius Hurd. He got hit once, twice, 4, 5, 6 times, and he spins and turns and just bulls his way 20 yards into the end zone for the Tigers' 5th score of the night. Man, was I out of sync on that one. I kept looking at the Kendrick Cherokees head, and I thought, my mind's not – I was so worried about finding myself, Jack. Yeah, the announcer had to help me find myself.
That was a safety back there. That was not the punter. So the kick is up, and the kick is good. 34-0 with 9:16 left to go here in the first half of play. You listen to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
Hello, I'm Dennis Montgomery, and I recently joined the wonderful staff here at the Medicine Cabinet on Vernon Road. As a lifelong resident of Troup County, God has blessed me with 30-plus years of pharmacy experience. I look forward to taking care of you and your family with all of your pharmacy needs here at the Medicine Cabinet with 3 locations in LaGrange: Lee's Crossing, Vernon Road, and Moody Bridge. Plus, remember we have great ice cream and shakes at the soda shop here at the Medicine Cabinet on Vernon Road.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tigers High School football.
You know, it's a great time in the booth when you've got everybody up here correcting Greg Hicks. You know, that's there's a poor young lady saying, like, would y'all hush? I'm trying to play my game on my phone. Y'all leave me alone. Hey, how you doing? Not paying me a bit of attention. We're having a good time. The Tigers having a great time tonight. They've added a point since we went off the air. 35-0.
30-yard line one more time, Jack.
Right there at the 30. Again, they catch it there. Tigers, as we mentioned, lead 35-0. Defensive play just lights out. Just a couple of first downs on the night, and I think we gave them 2 of those.
Yeah, we did. But, you know, for the most part, I think the Tigers are starting to get into the flow. 8:12 left in the second quarter. Your Troup Tigers up 35-0. And
I think after this defensive stance, I think we're going to start to see some younger Tigers start to, even earlier than last week, get into this ballgame.
You may be right. And one of the things I like about Coach Glisson is he's not just going to send a fresh new 11 in. He's going to move them in slowly, let them play with the number ones, build up that confidence. I mean, heck, you practice with the second team. Why would you want to go in and play with them all? So go in and get you some confidence built up, and it's kind of exciting to see that.
They hand off to their tailback. He pops to the outside, does a great job. He could go 30, 20. What a speedster down to the 10. Finally out of bounds at the 5-yard line. And what a really fast runner that young man is.
Man, he could outrun me. I want to say Sir Morgan chased him down and caught him just inside the 5-yard line. Let's see where they're going to mark it out as they're still gathering the ball from the end zone. They're going to back it up. They're going to put it, looks like somewhere around the 2-yard line. But nice little off, just this little kind of a delay handoff, Jack. And the Tigers had such a tremendous blitz going on. He just kind of snuck out to the right side, right behind everybody. And, man, did he turn on those afterburners. And the Tigers have said, hey, let's call a timeout and talk about this.
They call a timeout. We'll take one as well. 60 seconds back to the station, 2 spots. The Tigers leading right now 35-0 here on Eagle Sports.
Life costs money, sometimes lots. First Franklin Financial has loans for living. Our Hogansville and LaGrange branches offer personal loans with payment plans to fit any budget. Stop by and meet the friendly Franklin folk at the location near you. Visit onefc.com to learn more. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 5656.
Hi, football fans. Michael Lee from Glenn Smith Chevrolet Opelika. We love this time of year and all the excitement of football. We also love that Glenn Smith can play, part of supporting high school sports. We salute the team, coaches, bands, cheerleaders, and, of course, the families and fans. We're proud of your Chevrolet Buick and GMC dealer of East Alabama and West Georgia. Online 24/7 at glennsmith.com. Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC. Get ready to smile.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tigers high school football.
Welcome back. The quarterback going to try to hand off to number 2 once again, but he's going to be run out of bounds as he has a keeper. He'll actually lose a couple of yards on that one. They're back to the 4 now.
Quay Moss had a good eye for the football at that time, just sniffed it out. Where you're right, he faked it to the tailback who ran all those yards down there and tried to beat him to the corner with the quarterback keeper, just didn't do it. So it'll bring up 2nd and goal and move ball. They're going to spot it. The nose of the football on the 5-yard line, Jack.
This actually kind of, from a coaching standpoint, kind of plays in the coach's hands. What can we do at the goal line? When a team gashes you with a big play, what can you do on that? So let's see what happens with the Tigers. Quarterback going to keep it up to the field. Hit, spun. They push him back. He'll get down to the 3, I think.
Jace Godwin in on the
Actually, no, they're marking it right at the line of scrimmage.
The 5-yard line. Jace Godwin was one of the first one to make a hit, and you could see him trying to snatch that ball out of the quarterback's hand. Well, you figure the quarterback received it about 5 yards behind the snap, behind the center, so behind the line of scrimmage. And by the time he got to the line of scrimmage, the Tigers were all on it. So 3rd and goal for the Cherokees as the Tigers are looking to make a goal line stand. And you got to assume it's a 4-play set for the Cherokees.
Here they come once again. Tight splits. A little bit wider to the left side. Hand off to the tailback. No, they're going to try the same play back to the other side. Quarterback keeps it. And he's going to be brought down. He'll get to the 6 this time instead of the 5. So this will be 4th down now for them at the 6-yard line.
Yeah, I see Birdsong. I see Hilton. I see Jordan Adams coming off the pile. I see Zy Varner. I see Cullum Irvin. I mean, they're all just in on that, trying to keep these guys out of the end zone. So it'll bring up 4th down and goal from the 6-yard line, Jack.
Everybody kind of milling around. Play clock still going down. Ball's on the far hash. We're down to 5:39 left to go. 35-0 is your score. A 4th down. So this will be a big confidence boost for this defense.
One of the things they hadn't tried yet, Jack, is a pass, and of course Moss is just not giving him any buffer out here on the far side.
They're back to pass. They throw. It's going to actually the whistle is going to be whistled dead.
And they've got illegal procedure from Cherokee, from Kendrick Cherokee, so that's going to back them up even further. So instead of 4th and goal from the 6, it'll be 4th and goal from the 11.
Yep.
And this all started 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. And you're right, they had a wide out either side, but they took their back and kind of put him in motion and kind of little out in the flats, as we call it, kind of between the tackle and the sidelines. And just a little loft pass, but it was in no man's land, really. He overthrew his receiver, and of course, the ball had been played dead, so you don't know. Players, sometimes when they hear that whistle, they tend to let up a little bit. So
Down to 10 seconds on the play clock. Kendrick will line up with 3 backs in the backfield. And looks like a timeout's going to be called by Kendrick. They take a timeout. We'll take one as well. Just 30 seconds. Just one spot. Back to the station. Tigers leading right now by a score of 35-0 on Eagle Sports.
You still don't need to buy no ugly shirt now.
At Mud Creek Graphics, we have over 23 years of experience bringing you the very best in apparel printing. Our exceptional graphic artists will work with you to create beautiful custom designed t-shirts for any occasion. But that's not all. Mud Creek is there for you for the printing of banners and signs that will get your message across to everyone. We love supporting our local schools every year, so for your custom t-shirts, signs, banners, embroidery, and more, like Mud Creek Graphics on the Book of Faces, or visit us at 211 Greenville Street.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tigers high school football.
Welcome back. The Tigers right now are leading by a score of 35-0. Timeout is called on the field as it's 4th down for the Kendrick Cherokees. The Tiger defense has done an excellent job here, but they still want to finish the deal, seal the deal, give it back to the offense. So here we go. A big play got Kendrick down here. Let's see what they can do now. Back to pass this quarterback. Has to throw it quickly. Not a lot of time back there. It's going to be intercepted in the end zone. We're going to bring it out. 10, 20, down the sideline, 30, 35, go out of bounds at about the 42.
Cullum Irvin intercepts it 6 to 7 yards deep in the end zone, and rather than just taking a knee and the Tigers starting on the 20, Jack, he decides, I'm going to see if I can go end zone to end zone. And so he brings it all the way out to the 40-yard line is where they're going to spot it. So he returns it 40 yards as he's pushed out of bounds. So good job by the Cherokees to respond to that interception and take Cullum Irvin out of bounds. But I think a lot of both teams thought that it actually was down here on the Cherokees 40, but actually stepped out of bounds. They're going to mark him out of bounds at the Tigers' 40-yard line. So with 4:36 left to go until halftime, your Troup Tigers 35, Kendrick Cherokee 0. Troup Tigers looks to trying to put up another score.
Let's see what happens. Todd calls for it. He's going to run the ball himself on the left side. Down the field, crosses the 50, following his blockers. My goodness gracious, what a great job. He streaks by, and he's going to get knocked out of bounds at the 6.
P.J. Jones and Demetrius Hurd are just simply leading the way, Jack. I've followed them all the way with my binoculars. And then here comes Will Cooley from the backside, also helping the block. And you're right, Teo Tide tightrope that sideline, really, Jack, from about the 20, and finally got shoved out with his momentum at the 5-yard line. So, you know, that is a 55-yard jaunt for Teo Tide.
Tigers quickly backed up to the line of scrimmage. Tail will call for it. He's going to try to pass the ball. Little fade route. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
So, Neville Dean on his catch. What a nice little – Todd just took the little snap. Didn't even take a one-step drop. Just looked up and kind of just chunked it. A little air under the ball, and Neville Dean turns around, jumps up, grabs it 3 yards deep in the end zone.
The last 3 drives for the Tigers have been 2-play drives. All of them have led to a touchdown.
Sweet. You kind of like the results of that, too, as the Tigers 41-0 awaiting the PAT by Cody Bray.
Here it comes. Let the band finish playing. Now they're ready to go.
So they're encouraging one more player to get on the defense for Kendrick.
There's not penalty for not enough men on the field, is it?
No.
Just thought I'd check. Did Jeff Hicks need to call me or tell me something? Now we're ready. Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. Well-handled kick. It was a little bit low on the snap. So, with 4:19 left to go in the first half of play. The first half of play, I'll say that one more time. Tigers are leading this one by a score of 42-0. You listen to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
At ML Aubrey, we are proud to sponsor the Troup Tigers this year. ML Aubrey is the oldest continuously operated family-owned farm supply store in the South. We have feed for every animal, of course, but we do sell lots of Carhartt clothing, plus Rocky, Georgia, Dan Post, and Muck boots. We sell food plot seed with all the different seeds you need. Our 5-way Pats blend is only $16.95 for 50 pounds, and this year, 50 pounds of our own Triple 13 is only $10.45 a bag at ML Aubrey. We are ML Aubrey, Main Street, beautiful downtown Roanoke.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tigers high school football.
Welcome back. Isaac Andrews will do the kicking duties this time. He'll kick it down inside the 20. They'll bring it out to the 20, and that's where Cherokees will have it 1st and 10. The 4:11 left to go here in the first half.
You know, Jack, we used to accuse the coaches of listening to us, when we talked about scheming up some plays and whatever.
Well, Len Kendall is just right next door.
And I think he's listening to us. He's eavesdropping. But, we did talk about, I'd like to see him kick it deep. And there's Isaac Andrews just a little air to the ball out to about the 20-yard line. And Kendrick actually drifts back to the 16 to catch it. So it's like, I know that Big Brother's listening.
Good coverage by the Tiger special teams group at that time. Hand off into the line. We miss a couple of guys. A couple of guys missed there. That little quick scat back number 2 gets across the 30. So that's about 5 yards up the field. So 2nd down now and 5.
One of the things, Jack, that and maybe just on this one play, but what you don't want to have happen is you look at the scoreboard and say, man, it's 42. We got this game. You don't want to let up, because when you let up, that's when number 2 runs at 75 yards and is inside the 5, and it took everything for Sir Morgan to keep him out of the bounds, keep him out of the end zone. So the Tigers, hey, straighten up, fly right, do what you're supposed to do. And so you had a Kendrick player almost come out of bounds. He now trots back inside, almost like a trickery play.
They need something right now. There's the snap. Quickly throws to the sideline. And really kind of the play you were talking about, Greg. I think maybe there was supposed to be a guy that just kind of had just stepped in off the sideline, but he threw it way out of bounds.
Yeah, he almost threw it in the first row of the bleachers. He actually did throw it in the first row of the bleachers. They're actually getting it out of the bleachers. So it's like, what were you thinking?
Well, I think that's his little brother. You want to give him a chance to catch a ball.
Well, he was on. He got a chance. If he just gives us his name, we'd announce it. But
he's a kid out of Buena Vista. We're proud that he's out there playing tonight.
3:16
Skip
left.
Carey here. A young man from Buena Vista catches that pass.
There you go. I like it. 3:16 left in the second quarter play. Your Tigers up 42-0. It's a nice way to start a weekend on an early Thursday night game.
Especially with a great weekend of football to look forward to. There's a snap. Once again, back to pass. They're going to air it out down the field. And it's going to be overthrown. The ball actually is thrown out of bounds, but a little bit more towards the receiver this time.
Cullen Irvin on the receiver for the Cherokees, Tyler King. But I tell you what, that kid can fly. And Irvin was everything he could do to stay up with him, and give him credit as he laid out for it too to try to catch that ball, and it was tight rope down the sideline. So one thing about it, these guys are not slowing down. I mean, the Cherokees, they're not. They're going to keep going. They're going to keep rocking, and which is what you like to see. You don't like to see anybody look at the scoreboard and say, hey, we're down. Let's just kind of mope a little bit. These guys are still. They got a lot of fight in them.
Here's the snap. They got a high snap. Quickly got off his foot. And he'll stop at about the 45-yard line.
So there'll be a roughing the kicker.
Yeah.
As looks like Tay Shells or either Quay Birdsong ran into him and probably could have held back. It was one of those half-hearted efforts to try to block it. He did get it off in time, but their balance was off. And you wonder, if you look back, could you have really tried to avoid it? But that'll result into a Kendrick first down. Should be a 15-yard
penalty up the field. You're right. Go across the 40. They're still marking it off.
I'm thinking, did I say 15 or 50? I'm not sure. They just kept on.
Well, it's interesting that the sideline crew is actually the ones that are marking it off instead of the officials on the field. So the ball will rest at the 45-yard line. But it's still Cherokee ball. They haven't got across midfield. So here we go. They're back. They break the huddle, make their way back to the line of scrimmage. First down for them at the 45. 2 minutes and 39 seconds left to go here in the first half. There's the handoff. Oh, good shoestring tackle in the backfield by number 10.
Nice job by Jace Godwin from his outside linebacker position. As he comes in off the left side on a little blitz, and he had to dive down backwards, kind of lay out, and his right hand, like you said, shoestring tackle, just threw King's balance off enough to where he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. So 2nd down and 10 as the clock continues to run inside 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go until halftime.
I think you got the aglet, that little thing, that plastic piece at the top of the kind of grabbed the aglet.
If you say so.
Kendrick stays in the shotgun set as they've been all game long. There's a snap, quick handoff. They try to break to the outside and they cut back inside. Across the 50. It'll be just short of the first down. They're going to need about 2 more yards for that.
Could have had him at the line of scrimmage. It took Jacob Bailey to come in, and if Jacob would have had that to do with again, he would have probably rather size him up a little bit different and hit him lower. He hit him hip to hip, and we said in pregame Bailey's probably not 165 pounds soaking wet, and it showed there. He did make the tackle, but when you try to tackle a guy up chest to chest and you're not as big as he is, you tend to drag him down forward for about 3 yards. So it'll be 3rd down and 3 for the Cherokees, but hey, good nose for the football, that Bailey kid.
2nd down and a long 2, short 3. There's a snap. Hand off to King, the tailback. He'll get right to the marker. I think they're going to mark him with a 1st down.
They're going to move the chains. Jace Godwin had the tackle at about the 46 yard. They had to get to the 45 yard, and he fell forward over the 1st down marker. So clock still running as they move the chains and set for the 1st down.
42-0 is your score. Down to 42 seconds in this first half. At the rate they're going, Kendrick will get a chance to run one more play. Tigers coming through the line. Loses the ball. Ball's down. Still down. This little scrum there. Let's see who get on top of it. Looks like the Tigers might have it.
Yeah, the Tigers have got it control. That looks like Zy Varner. Yep. Let's see. No, actually, it's Jordan Adams with 23.2 seconds left. Jordan Adams comes up with a fumble on the 49-yard line of the Cherokees. So let's see what the Glisson and the offensive staff will do now. Do you just take a knee and take it inside it already up 42, or would you put another score on the board, or at least you try to with 23 seconds left, Jack?
I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm going to take a shot here.
Well, you got 2 wideouts on the Troup sideline, a single wideout here on the numbers, and let's see what happens.
So Todd stands in there, takes the snap, hands the ball off to his tailback who runs around the right side. He makes a man miss, makes another man miss, gets all the way down to the 30. Quickly up.
And there's a flag being thrown down on the 48-yard line of the Tigers. Excuse me, of the Cherokees with 15.8 seconds left. Let's see what that is. You always assume it's holding in that area right there, especially as he breaks off right tackle behind Demetrius Hurd.
Let's see what they got. Yep, holding against the Tigers. So I'll bring it back. This is where I just would go ahead and take a knee now. Of course, a little aggressive play is never a bad thing.
So you got Zach Smith in at left guard, so you move P.J. Jones over.
There's the snap. They run the same play and get very similar results down the right side to the 30. Knocked out of bounds down inside the 20. Actually, a better result, but that'll be the end of the first half of play. Tigers leading this one 42-0 right here on Eagle Sports. Let's take a break. Let's listen to some of our sponsors, and we'll talk about lots of other stuff at halftime right here on Eagle Sports.
Hi, football fans. This is Rob Smith from Glenn Smith in Opelika. We are happy to be a sponsor of high school football. We believe that high school athletics builds character among young people, and we are honored to lend our support. This is a great area to live, play, work, worship, and retire. In our 28th year, we are your Chevrolet Buick and GMC dealer for East Alabama and West Georgia. Online at glennsmith.com, Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC. Get ready to smile.
You still don't need to buy no ugly shirt now.
At Mud Creek Graphics, we have over 23 years of experience bringing you the very best in apparel printing. Our exceptional graphic artists will work with you to create beautiful custom-designed T-shirts for any occasion. But that's not all. Mud Creek is there for you for the printing of banners and signs that will get your message across to everyone. We love supporting our local schools every year, so for your custom T-shirts, signs, banners, embroidery, and more, like Mud Creek Graphics on the Book of Faces, or visit us at 211 Greenville Street.
At ML Aubrey, we are proud to sponsor the Troup Tigers this year. ML Aubrey is the oldest continuously operated family-owned farm supply store in the South. We have feed for every animal, of course, but we do sell lots of Carhartt clothing, plus Rocky, Georgia, Dan Post, and Muck boots. We sell food plot seed with all the different seeds you need. Our 5-way Pats blend is only $16.95 for 50 pounds, and this year, 50 pounds of our own 1313 is only $10.45 a bag at ML Aubrey. We are ML Aubrey, Main Street, beautiful downtown Roanoke.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tigers High School football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Moore, Greg Hicks. We're live here from Memorial Stadium here in Columbus, Georgia. Let me walk you back through the first half of play and talk about some of the scoring that took place. We began with Kendrick. They received the ball, but they went 4 and out. Had to punt the ball to the Tigers. Tigers took the ball, and just in a couple of plays, A.J. Tucker being the main drive on that particular drive, he goes 1.5 yards in the end zone. We score after the Cody Bray extra point with 6:32 left to go in the first quarter play, 7-0. Then Kendrick, they get the ball, and they fumble on their second down play. Tigers get the ball at the 50. At 4:30, they begin to move the ball down the field. Finally, it's a great pass from Marcurius Kelly from Teo Todd. About a 30-yard touchdown pass, and the score after the point after touchdown was 14-0. Then Kendrick gets the ball. Had 3 penalties in that particular set of downs. They ended up having to punt the ball. Then the Tigers get the ball again. They start at the 49 this time, and then it's Devontae Moss who catches a touchdown pass. And after the Cody Bray extra point, it's 21-0. Then we start the second quarter play. Kendrick has the ball, and they punt. The Tigers get the ball again at about the 49. That happens so often. The Tigers get the ball at the 49. They kick the ball to Kendrick at the 30. Seems like almost every time that happens. So then the Tigers run a 2-play drive, and it's Mercurius Kelly catching the ball in the end zone. Cody Bray extra point. It's 28-0. Kendrick has the ball. They fumble on the punt. The Tigers get the ball down inside the 30. Near the 20-yard line. On another 2-play drive is A.J. Tucker taking it into the end zone, 35-0 after the Cody Bray extra point. Kendrick gets the ball again, and this time they throw the ball to one of our players, Cullum Irvin, who intercepts the ball. Tigers drive it to the 40, and they get the ball at the 40. Teo Todd, he actually takes way down the field. A beautiful run, tight ropes around from about the 30 down to the 10. He's knocked out of bounds about the 4, and then the next play, DeVell Dean catches it in the end zone, and it's 42-0, and that's where we are right now. So, again, amazing. The last 3 drives of the Tigers were all 2-play drives. They were able to put the ball into the end zone. One starting at the 50, one starting at the 30. It's inside the 30 on the Kendrick 30, and then the last one was a 65-yard touchdown drive. Let's take another break. When we come back, we'll talk about other things that have happened this game, look ahead to some other things going on with the Tigers, and hopefully get a chance to talk to the band director, Logan Herda, who's going to try to join us here at halftime. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Hi, friends. TOWD here for Kia LaGrange. This month's featured vehicle is the exciting 2020 Kia Sportage LX, and you can own it today for only $21,999. It's October, and it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And once again, Kia LaGrange will be supporting Hope for a Day by making a donation for every car we sell this month. Come see us today at 1217 Lafayette Parkway, or check us out online at KiaLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy. And God bless America.
Stop number 112180. See Kia of LaGrange for complete details.
State Farm. This is Bill.
It finally got me, Bill.
What's that, Rick?
The Clark Street crater, the mother of all potholes.
Oh.
Year after rim-wrecking year, it's tormented the people of this town. It got me good.
But you know, State Farm's got you too.
You hear that? You ain't nothing.
You trash talking a pothole?
Yes, I am.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Kemp's Dalton West Flooring, your locally owned and operated flooring professional since 1977. With a huge inventory of hardwood, tile, carpet, area rugs, and vinyl flooring, add the wonderful installation crew that gets the job done right, and you'll enjoy your flooring for years to come. So drop in and pick out your flooring, and they will measure your home and give you a free estimate quick. Kemp's Dalton West Flooring, located at 1287 Lafayette Parkway in LaGrange, or on the web at daltonwest.com. And like Kemp's Dalton West Flooring on Facebook and Instagram.
Hello, I'm Steve Butts, and recently joined the wonderful staff here at the Medicine Cabinet on Moody Bridge Road. As a lifelong resident of Troup County and 32 years of pharmacy experience, I look forward to reacquainting myself with old Coley Drugs customers and to taking care of you and your family with all your pharmacy needs here at the Medicine Cabinet, with 3 locations in LaGrange: Lee's Crossing, Vernon Road, and Moody Bridge. Remember, we still do custom compounding of prescriptions here at the Moody Bridge location, and I have the keys in my pocket.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tigers high school football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Guys, back at the board, thank you for a great job you're doing. Let's go and make sure we continue to play ahead in the spot sets. Looks like we're rolling back a little bit. Let's make sure we stay ahead of those, as more than likely, Greg, we're expecting a running clock going into this second half. We did, as the Tigers took on Columbus. One of the differences here, though, is that the defense has not scored for the Tigers, although they've had 2 interceptions.
And a couple of fumble recoveries. But to tell you what, you enjoy this type of atmosphere for a little bit, but now you want it to, scoring points doesn't seem to be a problem right now with the number ones, if you will, the first team offense. And so let's see what start the second half. You may get wholesale changes. You may see Coach Glisson starting to, maybe let the first team start, but then bring in, like last week, he had Tyson Dunkey come in and quarterback a series behind the first offensive line. But you also may see Tyson Dunkey come in to start the second half. You may not. He may wait to the second series, but if he comes in and starts the second half, he may be behind the first full offensive line, or maybe a spackling of the number one offensive line and a couple of subs, to blend it in. But you probably won't see a fresh 11 from the scout team coming in and playing. But it won't take long before we're starting to scramble and find out all these new numbers that we're not used to calling out, which is a good thing, because we hope you parents are listening, because it bodes real well that a lot of players that you don't normally hear their names called, we're going to be doing a lot of that in the second half.
Well, you're exactly right, Greg. Again, as you mentioned, one of the things that Coach does well is blends those guys into the game instead of just throwing out a line change each time. You'll see the one start, and then maybe see 3 guys come in. Then maybe see 3 more come in. Then maybe 5 guys come in, and just rotate in there. So, again, they're getting that first team experience, so they'll be able to use that down the line.
Absolutely. And, I don't have my binoculars looking through yet, but we're already starting to get a new center with some working on the PAT snaps, and so we're working on that. And I see a center down there, and I'll get my binoculars out here in a little bit. But going to work on with kind of a long snap with the quarterback, and so we're going to see some new faces for sure in the second half as we're listening to the Kendrick band doing a wonderful job at a 2-tuba band. A lot of times, Jack, you've picked at me through the years about we identify the size of a band by how many tubas they have. And I remember one year going down to Doherty County and playing, and I knew we were playing it with I really thought it was the Albany State Band. And once we got inside the stadium, it's like, wow, I'm so impressed with these South Georgia bands. He had 15 tubas in the band.
Yeah.
I knew then I'm going to start gauging the size of a band by how many tubas they have in the band. And so we've made fun of it through the years. But I tell you what, Doherty County, and they had probably 200 members in the band. And Peach County probably had 200-plus members in the band, and just huge sound. And we had the opportunity to go up last year. My daughter has taken a audiovisual job teaching at Rome High School, and this is her second year there, and I got a chance to go up. My oldest son Tanner and I went up to watch them play Cale. What a tremendous football game. Packed house there at the field downtown Rome. And the bands, Jack, were so huge. You thought it was both bands, of course, they're 5 and 6A schools, so huge bands. And I just really enjoyed the sound coming from these bands. And, you look down at a AAA level, we've always in Troup County, really all 3 high schools have been the challenge of growing the numbers in the band. And I would encourage you students, if you're listening, if you've ever wanted to play an instrument, jump in the band because it's a good start. And I tell you what, you'll be a lot of people watching you.
A lot of fun to be a band member, that's for sure. Let's take a break. We come back. Lots more to talk about here at halftime. The Tigers leading right now 42-0 on Eagle Sports.
Hi, football fans. This is Kenny Sands from Glenn Smith in Opelika. We are happy to be a sponsor of high school football once again. We believe that high school athletics builds character among young people, and we are honored to lend our support. This is a great area to live in. Play, work, worship, and retire. In our 28th year, we are your Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealer for East Alabama and West Georgia. Online at glennsmith.com. Glenn Smith Chevrolet, Buick, GMC. Get ready to smile.
Life costs money. Sometimes lots. First Franklin Financial has loans for living. Our Hogansville and LaGrange branches offer personal loans with payment plans to fit any budget. Stop by and meet the friendly Franklin folk at the location near you. Visit onefc.com to learn more. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 5656.
The world has changed, but your desire to live your healthiest life has not. From temperature checks to extra deep cleaning, your health and safety when you visit our offices, health parks, and hospitals remains our top priority. Our primary care and specialty medical experts are ready to see you through any health concern you may have. We are here for Georgia, and we are here for you. WellStar, more than healthcare, people care.
A Southern tradition since 1945, that's Rogers Barbecue and Catfish House. You can find them at 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. So when you're ready for lunch, Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., come to Rogers Barbecue and Catfish House for meat, 2 vegetables, and a bread, dessert, and drink for only $7.29. That's a big lunch for a small price. So when you're ready for a delicious barbecue and only U.S. farm-raised catfish, make your way to 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange for Rogers Barbecue and Catfish House for a great meal.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tigers high school football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Bowman, Greg Hicks, live here from Memorial Stadium in Columbus, Georgia. A place that Greg and I have had a lot of fun over the years calling different ball games. And, again, the Tigers doing a great job traveling tonight, Greg. I think well over 200 to 250 folks over there on the far side, especially for just a Thursday night game against a team that you're kind of expecting to do well. Looking back on the to this near side, a good little job by the band. Not the biggest band we've seen, but a lot of heart in them. And I think they did a good job of entertaining these fans.
With 2 tubas, they had a lot of sound, and they sounded good. Just looking at admiring the stadium, I think back probably 20 years ago when we were down here, and we would run through the field, and you'd be surprised there'd be a couple of small little potholes. You wouldn't see it because the grass is growing up, but some of the players stepped in, and I know we had one of the players that twisted an ankle on a live play, but then I look at the bleachers and the field that had new sod put in it over the years, and they've got new bleachers coming in the end zone down here and new flowers, and they've actually extended the bleachers into the back of the end zone. And so and the press box has been remodeled over the last 20 years or so, and what a gorgeous, you mentioned earlier, just plenty of room, it's just a nice small college atmosphere. Certainly, I can see back before Troy actually expanded their upper deck, very similar stadium to this, and I'm talking about in modern day. Now right. we go back to the early 1900s or mid 30s and 40s and 50s. This would have looked like a Sanford Stadium or a Jordan-Hare Stadium. Mm-hmm. But man, what a great venue here at Memorial Stadium. And, of course, you can't complain about Connett Stadium. Muskogee County's done so much to upgrade their facilities over the last 20 years or so. Great the one thing that I was going to say, great facilities, great scoreboard, and I just realized that the one thing that they do not have here at Memorial Stadium is the huge video board that we have at Callaway Stadium and that they have at Connect Stadium. And so I would think the next upgrade, if you were going to consider that, would be to to put one there on top of the field house there in the north end zone, or perhaps south end zone.
That's what I kind of think, is that we put one back over on that side, because again, you kind of got your from the road entrance way over here, kind of the traditional way to come in. It always reminds me of the LA Coliseum.
It does.
I see it.
It sure does. It's got that look.
And for me, growing up, the LA Coliseum also meant big bowl games, the Rose Bowl, and also meant the Olympics. The Olympics were 2 or 3 times in LA in our lifetimes, and that kind of venue of all the different flags flying and that sort of thing. So that's what it's always reminded me of.
The fearsome foursome and the Los Angeles Rams. I remember watching, the tons and tons, and then of course as a teenager, you think about USC football, and back when we were teenagers growing up, USC was always in the top 5. You always had. It was really the only West Coast team. Stanford would occasionally would be there, and occasionally you'd have Washington, but you could count on.
Nebraska, Alabama, Oklahoma.
West Coast, you could count on USC. You
could
count on, like what you said, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Texas, Alabama. And from an SEC standpoint, you really couldn't, sorry for Georgia fans.
It was
and Auburn
Auburn
fans, but hey,
Alabama,
we just weren't there. Alabama was with Bear Bryant was always in the play every year.
And you can almost hear Keith Jackson resonating in your ear. Oh, Nelly!
Yeah, that's true. So
Alabama,
but yeah, that and we gravitated from the LA Coliseum to college football.
Just never where this.
You did say we'd have a lot to talk about though at halftime.
I said we're going to find something to talk about here.
Okay, well we found it. So
all right, well let's stop that, and we'll go back to the station. Let you hear from some of our sponsors. We'll come back. Lots more to get done tonight, because we still got another half a play right here on Eagle Sports.
Hi, football fans. Brian Bonner from Glenn Smith in Opelika. We love this time of year with all the excitement of football. We also love that Glenn Smith can play a part in supporting high school sports. We salute the teams, coaches, band, and cheerleaders, and, of course, the family and friends. We are proud to be your Chevy, Buick, and GMC dealer for the East Alabama and West Georgia. Online 24/7 at glennsmith.com. Glenn Smith, Chevy, Buick, GMC. Get ready to smile.
Life costs money. Sometimes lots. First Franklin Financial has loans for living. Our Hogansville and LaGrange branches offer personal loans with payment plans to fit any budget. Stop by and meet the friendly Franklin folk at the location near you. Visit onefc.com to learn more. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 5656.
The world has changed, but your desire to live your healthiest life has not. From temperature checks to extra deep cleaning, your health and safety when you visit our offices, health parks, and hospitals remains our top priority. Our primary care and specialty medical experts are ready to see you through any health concern you may have. We are here for Georgia, and we are here for you. WellStar, more than healthcare, people care.
Rogers Barbecue in LaGrange has been locally owned since 1945, and they have daily lunch specials for only $7.29, and that includes your drink and dessert. Tuesday night from 5 to close is all-you-can-eat ribs, and Thursday's all-you-can-eat catfish, and with their Brunswick stew, is famous throughout the region. They proudly serve only U.S. farm-raised catfish, so dine in or use a convenient drive-thru Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. So come join the crowd at Rogers Barbecue.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tigers high school football.
Welcome back to Columbus, Georgia, and the A.J. McClung Memorial Stadium, where your Tigers have a commanding lead over the Kendrick Cherokees. 42, your Troup County Tigers, to 0, the Kendrick Cherokees. And, we knew this was we suspected this would be this kind of ball game tonight. We came down here, and pregame, you could just sense that the Tigers looked good, and there weren't a lot of hooping and hollering going on. They just kind of went about their business as they knew that they should, and Kendrick was going about their business. And you just kind of looking at Kendrick. I was counting the players, and I think I counted 28 players, and it's a shame that, you get into some conversations down here in Muskogee County, and it goes back to traditions of the high schools and just not wanting to consolidate, not the high schools, but some of the athletic teams. But you just feel like that if you were to consolidate, and there has been talk about it, so I'm not talking about anything that the local athletic director and school officials hadn't already discussed with Georgia High School, and it taking some of these teams and maybe making one or maybe two bigger football teams. And I'm not talking about out of 8-7 schools down here. You're talking about, you take a Kendrick and Jordan maybe and combine them, and maybe you take a Shaw and Spencer and combine them, or just a couple of teams, and then have a little bit more competition on the field than you typically are displaying right now. But Carver is really the power of Muskogee County, and LaGrange will get a chance to see how if they're worth their ranking or not tomorrow night, as Napier's LaGrange team goes in at Callaway Stadium tomorrow night. So, hey, if you're looking for something to do tomorrow night, the Tigers will be off, and you're an avid sports fan and football fan and high school football fan, and you just want to kind of see, how the game flows tomorrow night, you can listen here on Eagle Radio, probably at 102.3, or you can listen to 96.9 tomorrow night. But the Tigers will be off, so I'm sure we'll be out somewhere scouting. And since we've just got region games left, I would imagine we'll have a handful of folks at the game tomorrow night. But here we go. We've shown a minute 44 seconds left until the third quarter officially starts. But they had put 3 minutes back up on the board. They'll probably quickly take it off, especially if the coaches say, hey, let's go, because you've got the Tigers who are going to receive the football as they deferred the second half until the second half. And so and we'll be looking at some new numbers for you and getting to call out these new numbers. But we got a minute 18, and Kendrick is huddled up on the sidelines, Jack. And so I tell you what, we'll take a quick break before we go to the second half kickoff. You're listening to Troup High School football, 42-0 now as we start the second half. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Hi friends, TOWD here for Kia LaGrange. This month's featured vehicle is the exciting 2020 Kia Sportage LX, and you can own it today for only $21,999. It's October and it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And once again, Kia LaGrange will be supporting Hope for a Day by making a donation for every car we sell this month. Come see us today at 1217 Lafayette Parkway or check us out online at KiaLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy. And God bless America.
Stop number 112180. See Kia of LaGrange for complete details.
You still don't need to buy no ugly shirt now.
At Mud Creek Graphics, we have over 23 years of experience bringing you the very best in apparel printing. Our exceptional graphic artists will work with you to create beautiful custom-designed T-shirts for any occasion. But that's not all. Mud Creek is there for you for the printing of banners and signs that will get your message across to everyone. We love supporting our local schools every year, so for your custom T-shirts, signs, banners, embroidery, and more, like Mud Creek Graphics on the Book of Faces, or visit us at 211 Greenville Street.
At ML Aubrey, we are proud to sponsor the Troup Tigers this year. ML Aubrey is the oldest continuously operated family-owned farm supply store in the South. We have feed for every animal, of course, but we do sell lots of Carhartt clothing, plus Rocky, Georgia, Dan Post, and Muck boots. We sell food plot seed with all the different seeds you need. Our 5-way Pats blend is only $16.95 for 50 pounds, and this year, 50 pounds of our own Triple 13 is only $10.45 a bag at ML Aubrey. We are ML Aubrey, Main Street, beautiful downtown Roanoke.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tigers high school football.
Welcome back. A little bit of an extended break there. We were hoping for one spot, and we got four. That's okay. We got the great sponsors. We'd like to let you hear from them. But we are into the second half of play now. As Greg, we got a new quarterback.
Tyson Duncan on a high snap was able to pull it out of the air and pick up about 6 yards, and now he runs forward, weaves his way up through the middle for a Tiger first down, Jack, as he right down the hash mark. So, just like Tyson came in last week against Columbus and on about the third play, just kind of nice, aired it out on the go route to Buddy Wortham for a touchdown. He's just, I'm going to call him Mr. Smooth because he's just not rattled. He just comes in and he operates. He executes like he's supposed to.
Got two guys wide to the right side. Duncan, lefty, slings it out there to one of them. He'll get knocked out of bounds on the far side after a gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
Now we've got some of the, Demetrius Hurd and Braxton Truitt and a couple of others are in there. So let's make sure we get all of these names to you.
Flag on the play.
I see Ben Schweitzer in, and
Tigers going to be called for holding on that play.
Andrew Townsend's in the ball game, along with Buddy Wortham. Some of your starters. So like we said, Coach G likes to mix it up. You've got Neville Dean, and let's get you some new names here. Quay Ramsey's freshman in at tailback.
Tyson, pump fakes. Still on his feet after 3 guys run by him. He's up the field again. He is not scared to use his body in there, Greg.
He's not. He enjoys it. He's a junior quarterback. He's very methodical. He executes very well. He's a good thinker. He sees the field very well, and so he's one of those guys that when you bring him in you just feel comfortable that he's going to be able to run a good offense.
He's doing a good job running it right now. 2nd down, about 13. Duncan again with a high snap. Quickly hands the ball off. Tackle in the backfield. Thought he had his hand on his face mask from my vantage point.
Well, he did, but he takes the ball and he hands it off to freshman Quay Ramsey, and Quay is immediately tackled. And, of course, it looks like the Tigers are going to call a timeout, and the coaching staff bring him over and say, all right, let's talk about this for a minute.
So they take a timeout. We'll take one as well. Just 30 seconds, just one spot. Back to the station, listen to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
Hi, football fans. I'm Kelly Watkins with Glenn Smith and Opelika. We love this time of the year with all the excitement in football. We also love that Glenn Smith can play a part in supporting high school sports. We salute the teams, coaches, bands, the cheerleaders, and, of course, the families and fans. We are proud to be your Chevrolet Buick GMC dealer for East Alabama and West Georgia. Online 24/7 at glennsmith.com. Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC. Get ready to smile.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tigers high school football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Tyson Duncan, as we mentioned, is in at quarterback. Some other guys moving in and out. We've had a couple of high snaps, so we'll fix that as we go back to a 3rd down situation for the Tigers. Duncan takes it back to pass, throws it just a tight spiral across the middle, broken up very well by one of the one of the Kendrick players.
Nice little spot. He had Neville Dean about 25 yards down the field, and he zipped it to him. But you had like triple coverage as they converged on Neville, and it hit Neville in the hands. But I think the free safety kind of hit him in the arm about the time it hit his hand. So, but
you're not gonna get the call when you're up 42-0.
No, and good thing is, I'm just kind of looking to see how they execute, and Duncan's got a good arm. He's a lefty, which throws another kind of a wrinkle into the mix when you don't see a lot of left-handed quarterbacks, and you kind of got to adjust to that.
Tigers going to punt the ball away. Little snap, step up, get the kickoff. Actually, I thought he got the kickoff. He did not. He actually runs out of bounds on the far side. I'm looking for the ball, and he hasn't kicked it. So he'll go out of bounds. It's blocked by the Cherokees. And so they'll have the ball at about the 40-yard line. So a little bit of a positive move for Kendrick.
Sophomore Cole Partain was the punter, and it was a low snap, obviously. And then he was able to pick it up. He tried to get it off quick, but really just didn't have any blocking by the line of scrimmage. It doesn't matter if they're, of course, with 22 players, they're more than likely starters on the offensive or defensive front for the Cherokees. But still, you got to put a little shoulder blade on a blue jersey. So anyway, Kendrick takes over in Tiger territory at the 43-yard line.
Hand off to King, their big tailback. He's hit hard. He'll get about 2 up the field, 2nd and 8.
So you've got, it's like not Cullum Irvin, but you've got Xavier Clark in on the play, along with Tay Shells.
.663 left to go. She was 6:43. Tigers leading 42-0 right now. We're in the third quarter play. You have a running clock here in the third quarter.
I see it ticking away, but
on the incomplete pass, it was ticking too.
No,
so.
I'm just I don't. Never mind. I'm just gonna make a joke.
Yeah, it was not a good one.
Running. Yeah, that's why I stopped.
Tigers going to grab King, the tailback, in the backfield, but he's going to slip past him, get across the 30. Not a whole lot more out of that. Brings up 3rd down.
Trying to see some numbers as we've got new numbers, kind of a spackling of new numbers in there on defense. T.J. Mitchell at linebacker, who was able to make the play. He's a 9th grader, as the Tigers have brought in. So it should be 3rd down and call it 7 for the Cherokees as the ball's resting on the 40-yard line of the Tigers. As Jack said, clock running, 5:50 left in the third quarter. Troup Tigers 42, Kendrick Cherokees 0.
Take a lot of time here. There's a snap. Going to pass the ball. Complete it here. And oh, my goodness, he wished he had not caught that ball. No, actually, he didn't. The ball's incomplete. He still wishes he hadn't caught the ball.
Well, good job by number 9 for the Tigers. Taekwon Dowdell, who we've called Taekwon's name several times over the last 3 weeks, as he gets a chance to come in, and he actually filters in a lot of times in the first half, but tonight not so. But I'm sure we're going to hear Dowdell's name a lot in the second half, even with a running clock with an incomplete pass. The clock still runs. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. If you're in and out enjoying local cuisine in the Troup County area, Troup High Tigers 42, Kendrick Cherokee 0.
4th down, they're going for it. Back to pass. Here comes that pressure. Thrown out there. It's intercepted. Intercepted by the Tigers. Back up the field across the 35 to the 40. At midfield. Then down the right side to the 30. And then knocked out of bounds thereabouts.
Quay Moss from his free safety position. The receiver was overthrown. Quay intercepts it on about the 25-yard line and runs it all the way down inside Cherokee territory to the 30-yard line is where they'll spot it. So basically a 50-yard interception return, and he kind of just takes a right and heads out of bounds. And we've got a flag down. Flags on the 47-yard line on the Tiger sidelines, which would be in the area after the interception on the return. So Tigers football, but let's see where they'll actually, from the spot of the foul, they'll back them up 10. So the Tigers will take over on their own 42-yard line is where they'll place the football.
I mean, in all honesty, just the main thing is that we got the ball.
Yeah.
Clock ticks down to 4:24. 42 seconds. Let's see, 42-0 is the score. Little trap play. Tigers going to cut back inside, get down to the 45-yard line, brings up 2nd down.
Nice job by Tyson Duncan and hand it off to the tailback this time, number
29?
28 for the Tigers. And I want to say that Javari Fanning is a 9th grader. And, Jack, speaking of your wife hanging on your every word, hey, I know my wife's listening because she said that Quay Moss is one of her babies. I think she means students.
I would guess so.
You would guess?
Tyson throws the ball quick out there. We get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll be about all. To 3rd down
out
now.
To Andrew Townsend. A good zip on the football there by Duncan as he throws it out hard, but really to no gain. And so it'll be 3rd down and call it 6 for the Tigers. The ball rests on the 46-yard line.
There's a snap. Handoff into the line. And wow, good job by the folks from Kendrick. Number 6 makes a huge stop on us.
He was stood up, Fanning was. Javari Fanning took the ball and gained about a yard, and he was met with the defensive line and just stood him up. It looked like his mama yelling at him, "Get out of bed, boy!" And he just boom, as he stood up just like that and put him on his back. So it'll be 4th down for the Tigers, and it looks like we're going to drop back to punt. And I want to say,
or we could be 1st down for the other team. We don't know.
And that's the way I call them. That's the way I see it. But we got Cole Partain standing on the 35-yard line for the Tigers. So it looks like the Tigers are going to call a timeout and discuss. Hey, it's 4th down. You never know.
I don't think we had everybody in the right spot. So they take a timeout. We'll take them as well. 30 seconds. Back to the station on Troup. This is Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
Kemp's Dalton West Flooring, your locally owned and operated flooring professional since 1977. With a huge inventory of hardwood, tile, carpet, area rugs, and vinyl flooring, add the wonderful installation crew that gets the job done right, and you'll enjoy your flooring for years to come. So drop in and pick out your flooring, and they will measure your home and give you a free estimate quick. Kemp's Dalton West Flooring, located at 1287 Lafayette Parkway in LaGrange, or on the web at daltonwest.com. And like Kemp's Dalton West Flooring on Facebook and Instagram.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tigers high school football.
Welcome back. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter of play. 42-0. There's the snap. We get the kickoff this time. We did kick it this time. Bounces down. Till finally, it will stop at about the 20. There's a Kendrick player standing right next to the ball. I'm not sure why he's doing that.
He may be a playmaker, but nice Tiger bounce. Jack, I told my wife when I left today, I said, I just don't know if I'm going to get Krispy Kreme tonight. And I'm just so thankful that, there's not a Krispy Kreme around here on, 2nd Avenue or whatever. And then I'm just sitting here thinking, oh, Lord, there is a Krispy Kreme on 2nd Avenue. Just 5 blocks up, maybe 10 blocks up the road. We're going to go right by. And I feel real guilty if the hot light's on and Jack and you and I have to just drive by.
But if the hot light is on,
we may make an exception.
And they actually have the donuts that they say they have in the drive-thru. Folks, that's the way the game's going right now. That might be a story we tell in a little bit.
Hey, minds were made to change, so I could be convinced to stop by the Krispy Kreme.
Kendrick going to hand the ball off into the line. And the Tigers are all over. These younger Tigers are hungry for some defense.
So let me throw you some numbers out here. Chris Hilton gets off the bottom of the pile. Quay Birdsong gets off, and he kind of bent over like something hurt him, but he quickly jumps back up and straightens up. And number 38 comes off the pile. 19, which is Tay Shells. 32, they got Namonte Moss playing linebacker. I'll give you some other names. I want to say it's 36, but even with these small binoculars, sometimes these yellow numbers on the
yellow and white are hard to see.
You got it.
There's a snap. Quick handoff, and we're going to wrap him up again before he gets back to the line of scrimmage. About 6 Tigers all over him. They'll unwrap there, and we'll see who's that kind of leading tacklers there for the Tigers.
36. I need to update my roster. I don't see 36 on my roster.
I can't actually see mine because it's so dark right now. I don't have 36 either.
That should be the end of the 3rd quarter.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is 42-0 is your score. The Tigers leading this one. That's the end of the quarter. Let's take 60 seconds, 2 spots. Back to the station. We'll go to the 4th quarter right here on Eagle Sports.
Life costs money, sometimes lots. First Franklin Financial has loans for living. Our Hogansville and LaGrange branches offer personal loans with payment plans to fit any budget. Stop by and meet the friendly Franklin folk at the location near you. Visit onefc.com to learn more. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee, number 5656.
Hello, I'm Tommy Whitworth from the Medicine Cabinet. It's great to be back to playing high school football. And since we had football last year, we have added 2 old pharmacy friends, Steve Butts and Dennis Montgomery, to our wonderful staff. The three of us combined have over 100-plus years of experience. We look forward to taking care of you and your family here at the Medicine Cabinets, 3 locations in LaGrange, Lee's Crossing, Vernon Road, and Moody Bridge. And as my old friend from Wedowee, Harold Harmon, said, we have the keys in our pocket.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tigers high school football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. They flipped the field.
Now, I just realized,
Luke
Marlowe, our guy that we just hung out with the last couple of years, nice guy, and I think Coleman's got him doing some other duties over in Roanoke.
Shoot, now he's like the key guy now.
Absolutely.
I mean, Luke does the weather, does all of our intros.
Welcome back to Troup Tiger High School football.
That deep
and I thought,
baritone.
what if he said Troup Tigers college football? Would anybody catch it? Let's try it. And see what happens.
You know that I can't do that.
Not you, Luke.
Well, you know I can't do that because I'll be completely confused. I've been saying the same thing for 20 years.
Welcome back to Troup High football. Right,
Troup High School Tiger football.
Troup High School Tiger football.
Yep. All right. So here we go. It's Kendrick with the ball. They turn him inside, wrap him up, spin him around, knock him down. Wow. That Tiger defense really looks good right now, late in this ball game.
I'm going to find out who 36 is.
Do that, Greg. Greg's going to maybe walk down the field. I don't know. He's going to just go. Oh, that's right. We got coaches over here. We can ask them. Our coach is doing a good job of socially distancing. They're actually in 2 separate booths up here. Coach Kendall in one and one of the other coaches in the other. So some wholesale changes for Kendrick. Their punter back on the field. He's been on the field quite a bit tonight. Making a few more changes. Play clock ticks down to 15 seconds. The quarterback is their punter. So he takes it a little bit high, gets it off really quick, and bounces down. And when you get away from it, it gets across the 50 to the 45, and that's what the Tigers will have at 1st and 10. Quick 30 seconds. Back to the station. Tigers lead 42-0 on Eagle Sports.
Hi, friends. TOW here for Kia LaGrange. This month's featured vehicle is the exciting 2020 Kia Sportage LX, and you can own it today for only $21,999. It's October, and it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And once again, Kia LaGrange will be supporting Hope for a Day by making a donation for every car we sell this month. Come see us today at 1217 Lafayette Parkway, or check us out online at KiaLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy. And God bless America.
Stop number 112180. See Kia of LaGrange for complete details.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tigers high school football.
Welcome back as the Tiger football team. The offense is back on the field. And Duncan will be the quarterback once again, stands at the 40-yard line. He'll take the shotgun snap, quickly hand the ball off into the line. Get across the 50, finding our way down to about the 48 on the other side. I think you got the name of the young man, Greg, we were talking about a little bit ago, 36, is playing so well.
Bristol Montney. And for you guys, Tristan Thompson's brother. Tristan played with us a few years back. Went to LaGrange College to play. So Bristol Montney's have been in on several plays defensively.
There's the snap. Quickly down the field. A good pass complete. Down the field we go to the 30, fighting down to about the 25-yard line. Another big pass play for the quarterback, Duncan.
It looks like he had Neville Dean on the reception, and that'll result in about a 25-yard gain down to the Cherokee 23-yard line is where they're going to mark it.
That little hook route looked really good. He just set in there, waited for the pass to come.
Ball is on the money for sure. Here we go.
We're going to pass the ball again. Same play, basically. Caught, and we're going to get about 7 yards out of it. So it brings up second down, about 3.
And, you start to wonder. Buddy Wortham was his favorite receiver last week. It looks like Neville Dean is his favorite receiver this week. As you're right, back-to-back little 8-yard curls, and he's able to pick up 7 yards on that one. Second down and 3 for the Tigers.
Once more, got some time, throws it, and it's going to fall incomplete, out of bounds. Actually, that's a wise throw as he was in triple coverage out there.
Just a little hitch and go. He actually modified hitch and go. He turned around as if it was an 8-yard hook and the corners bit. But then when he took off, Neville Dean being as he took off to the back of the end zone, the free safety merged over, and Duncan did a smart thing, and he threw it out of the back of the corner of the end zone. So to keep anybody from catching it, as the ball is resting on the 16-yard line, is 3rd down and 2.5, let's say, call it, for the Tigers.
The referee stands in there as if he wants to be the quarterback right now. Now he steps out. He says, Duncan, you go ahead and play now. Plays whistled in. There's the snap, a little bit low. Airs it out to the far side of the end zone. Just overthrows his intended receiver. That was close.
Let's see who he had intended running sideways. I'll give you the number in just a second. But it was to the far side of the field, so he had plenty of room to work with. And it was intended for number 42 for the Tigers. 42 would be Ivan Hargrove. He's a sophomore wide receiver. Would have been his first touchdown reception had he caught it.
We'll hand the ball off into the line, enough to pick up the first down.
That'll move the chains. That was 4th down for the Tigers. So we take off behind the left guard and tackle. Like Zach Smith in there creating a way for the tailback for the Tigers.
6:39 left to go. 42-0 in favor of the Tigers. And once again, the Tigers that run the left side, finding our way towards that first down marker. Let's see where they mark it.
Chase Childs on the reception. Nice little stab pass by Travis Duncan out to the left side toward the Troup sidelines, and he takes it upfield for about 8 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 2 for the Tigers inside the 5-yard line as the ball is resting on the 4.
There's the snap handoff this time through the line of scrimmage back towards the end zone. And it's going to be a touchdown. Touchdown, Tigers!
Number 28 for the Tigers on the just right up the middle behind Big Zach Smith. Javari Fanning, a freshman, unarguably his first touchdown as a varsity player. Comes at the 6-minute mark of the 4th quarter. That'll move your score to 48 now, waiting on the PAT. And let's see if we can put some binoculars on if that's looks like Cole Partain.
Here we go. The snap, hold, kick is up. And it goes through.
Actually, it was Isaac Andrews on the PAT, Jack.
All right, it goes right through there. 6 minutes left to go in this contest. 48-0 in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. Let's take a break. 60 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
The world has changed, but your desire to live your healthiest life has not. From temperature checks to extra deep cleaning, your health and safety when you visit our offices, health parks, and hospitals remains our top priority. Our primary care and specialty medical experts are ready to see you through any health concern you may have. We are here for Georgia, and we are here for you. WellStar, more than healthcare, people care.
This moment of relief brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with insurance for what you value most.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tigers high school football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Ball will be kicked down all the way. They'll pick it up down to about the 5, the back of the field. Good coverage by the Tigers, but they got a fast little back. Man, who brought him down?
Well, not only did we bring him down, they're going to call him horse collar. I thought he had his jersey off his shoulder pads, but the referee's there on it, throw a flag, so they're going to call it horse collar. And it's thrown at the 14-yard line. So good job by the Tiger kickoff team in their coverage. And on the tackle, let me give you his number 66 for the Tigers. on the tackle. Unfortunately, what looked good tackle to me and you, the referee was right on it, and he calls a horse collar. But that will be Atavius Hamilton.
Well, guess where the ball's going to be around?
It's probably going to be around the 30-yard line, which is where we would have kicked it anyway. So, interesting enough. Clock runs inside 6 minutes, 49-0. Your Tigers over the Cherokees.
There's the snap. A quick handoff. Tigers are in the backfield, and they hit him. Great upfield motion to almost taking the handoff, but then the Tigers are there to mop it up after that. 47 was in there first.
Montre on the initial hit, so good eye for the football as he's Bristol Montre. Just like that kid, I got to get him on the roster next week. I'm sorry.
I got Kellen Fanning back there as well.
Good. That's Javari Fanning's probably relative. We'll verify that.
Yes. The Fanning family should be happy tonight.
So that'll bring up second down and 10 for Kendrick.
Just a little Forrest Gump movement. That's all I got to say about that.
Kendrick has 2 timeouts left. Actually, they have 3. The Tigers only have 1 timeout left.
Yeah, they'll split twins to the right side. Got a slot receiver to this near side. They put a man in motion back towards us. High snap, and the Tigers are going after it. Going to try to scoop it up. It's all over the place. I think the Tigers, though, have the ball inside the 10. We'll wait till the pile gets undone. It's Tiger football.
Number 74 for the Tigers recovers that football. That will be somebody that's not on the roster. See, I knew I gave the announcer my good roster.
He has sounded really good all night.
I like his voice, too. I'm going to check Darian Brooks on the tackle on the recovery. Don't we, though? Tell you what, there's we've been around a lot of announcers in our time, but this guy takes the cake. He is a great voice. He could sell his services. I promise you, he's got a great voice.
And he's got great helpers, too. Here we go. Clock ticking down.
So inside
4 minutes, 8 seconds.
Inside the 10-yard line, what'd you say, on the 8-yard line?
Thereabouts, yep.
First and goal for the Tigers. And Duncan's looking over the Tigers, trying to just drain that clock as much as they can.
They hand the ball off in the line. Good blocking ahead of him. He fights down inside to the 5-yard line.
Let's see who the number is. I want to say it's Javari Fanning, but I want to make sure. 38 for the Tigers, and I believe that would be right.
T.J. Mitchell, the ball carrier.
T.J. Mitchell. I was wrong. T.J. Mitchell.
T.J. stays in the backfield.
Yep.
There's the snap. Actually, Duncan going to call his own number. Across the 5. Punishing run down to the 3.
Duncan, left-handed, actually takes the ball to the right side, puts the ball on his right hand, does what he's supposed to do, gets hit hard at the line of scrimmage, does a 360.
I think he hit them hard instead of getting hit hard because he kept moving.
He delivered, and he did a 360 inside the 5, so it brings up 3rd and goal for the Tigers.
Another handoff.
And
they're going to stop us. Oh, no, we're still fighting. Down inside the 2.
T.J. Mitchell takes the handoff, but I tell you, he has stood up at about the 2-yard line, so it brings up 4th and goal. Let's see if they move the ball marker. And so far it's sitting there, so he probably got back to the line of scrimmage. So 4th down and goal from the 3-yard line.
All right, let's see what happens.
Actually, about the 3-yard line, so 4th down.
Duncan calls for it, hands it off, cuts back inside. And, he's going to be stopped just short, down to the 2.
They're going to stop him short, you're right, but so the Cherokees will take over. Let's see who.
2:13 left to go.
T.J. Mitchell wanted to score so bad. It just was unable to do it, so with 2:03 left and ticking, the ball goes over to the Cherokees, 49-0.
Well, he was thinking some good thoughts there. Thought, let me cut back inside. Maybe I've got some blocking behind me. They think I'm going to the corner. Let me stop that from there. lights out for this defense tonight. Even a goal line stand in this contest, Greg, if you remember back.
So now the clock is still running, and the Tigers are making wholesale changes.
And the Cherokees are taking their time.
I think they're blowing smoke.
There they go. Would that be a peace pipe? There's the snap. And they'll hand off into the line. These young Tigers are hungry right now, and they're not going to let him have almost any yardage. We're down to about a minute left of this contest. 49-0 is what it looks like it's going to be. Kendrick taking their time, getting back up to the line of scrimmage. A lot of time for them back there. The play clock has started. It's down to 34. The game clock is at 45. They'll have to snap the ball one more time.
This is the time when you have to be careful as reserves to don't let your guard down. Or I hope I didn't jinx them by talking about it. But
a little bit of high snap, and they're going to wrangle in the quarterback. And that more than likely will be the last play of the game, Greg. This clock ticks down to 26 seconds. A couple of the guys coming back out, but I don't know that Kendrick will snap the ball again.
No, 15 seconds left. And the coach, we got a wide receiver kind of walking off the field. So, that's it.
That's it. So the Tigers with a big win tonight. They've gone 3-3 on the season, but most importantly is their region record. We'll talk about that briefly when we come back. The Tigers have won tonight by a score of 49-0 over the Kendrick Cherokees. You listen to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Hi, football fans. Michael Lee from Glenn Smith Chevrolet Opelika. We love this time of year and all the excitement of football. We also love that Glenn Smith can play, part of supporting high school sports. We salute the team, coaches, bands, cheerleaders, and, of course, the families and fans. We're proud of your Chevrolet Buick and GMC dealer of East Alabama and West Georgia. Online 24/7 at glennsmith.com. Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC. Get ready to smile.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tigers high school football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football. Jack Mormon, Greg Hicks, Spencer, the man, here with us as we're here in Memorial Stadium. Tigers with a big win tonight, 49-0 over the Kendrick Cherokees. Greg, it's been the Tiger offense, but I'll tell you what, let's go over to the Tiger defense. What a great job they've done. 3 interceptions, 3 fumble recoveries tonight?
Absolutely. One late in the second half. Recovered by a freshman. So a lot of the kids saw a lot of meaningful minutes tonight, a lot of turf time from freshmen all the way up to the seniors, and just a wonderful night. Nice victory to come drive down to Columbus. Makes a drive on the way home a little bit easier. 49-0 is your final score. Troup Tigers over the Kendrick Cherokees. Hey, remind your fans before Jack gets back, he says he's doing a couple of housekeeping items. Next Friday night, October the 23rd, 7:30 at Callaway Stadium, Troup High's 2020 homecoming as we'll host the Shaw Raiders. And Jack made a point to me that, hey, that's a back-to-back host. Of course, LaGrange had them last week, so I don't know who Shaw's playing this week, but then they'll come back to Callaway Stadium next week and yet be another homecoming opponent. So next Friday night, 7:30, you guys come on out for a big night. Pack the stadium, or certainly as much as they will allow you to. And if you can't make it, Jack and I will be right here on the air to bring you all the action.
Shaw, tomorrow night we'll be taking on Jordan. Columbus has got Hardaway tomorrow night. Of course, the big game in our region, LaGrange and Carver taking on 2 unbeatens in the region. So we'll hope that LaGrange Grangers will be the one that'll come out on top of that one. But again, the Tigers tonight hit on all cylinders. Teo Todd really did a remarkable job, a couple of big runs, a 60-plus yard run for him late in the second quarter. But tonight, Greg, we weren't dependent on his leg as much. We were able to get all of our running backs in there to do an excellent job. He moved the ball around, I think 3 throwing touchdowns tonight. He played a much more complete ball game.
2 to Marcurius Kelly and 1 to Neville Dean. He almost had a 70-yard touchdown run himself, but it got kind of nudged out of bounds at the 6-yard line, and that's the next play. He came back and tossed a little flare pass out to Neville Dean for the touchdown. And then, to get in on the action, Tyson Duncan comes in the second half and really just had several pass plays out to Neville Dean, tend to be his favorite receiver tonight. Yep. And tried to get him a touchdown pass, just couldn't get it done. But, man, Javari Fanning, a 9th grader, and T.J. Mitchell, another 9th grader, came in and did the running back duties for the Tigers in the fourth quarter and did a wonderful job, and a lot of opportunity to get a lot of young men some big turf time in there and some meaningful minutes, as Coach would say.
Also, just tremendous job by our line blocking tonight, Greg. Teo was really untouched in the backfield as he dropped back to pass just about every time. Wasn't really hurried while he was back there. And then when we do get down the field, it's like watching two stallions pull a chariot down the field as two of the guys are just running right in front of him blocking.
Yep. Yeah, did a nice job. I think we had at that particular play, it was Demetrius Hurd and Braxton Truitt was just running down, and all Todd had to do was just follow his blockings, and I think what happened is one of the Cherokees came up behind him and pushed him out of bounds at the 6-yard line. But once again, what an all-around good night for the Tigers. Special teams once again did a great job, with the exception of when they come in the second half. We had the scouting team come in and had a missed punt and had it blocked, and Kendrick took over from there. But was all in all, the Tigers were able to hold them out of the end zone all night long. And so, hey, kudos to the Tigers, top to bottom, end to end, did a good job tonight. And look forward to next Friday night, big game next Friday night against the Shaw Raiders as we're hosting homecoming. And we'll talk more about that Monday night at Europe High Pizza. You guys come on out each and every Monday night at 7:30. I'll be there with Coach Tanner Glisson. We'll be recapping tonight's ball game. And we'll be also talking about the upcoming homecoming game next Friday night with Shaw Raiders. But if you've never had Europe Pie, come on out and get your personal pizza. Jack, it's so good food. And we'll have Kia of LaGrange. We'll have a car on the sidewalk. And if you come in and get your belly full, go out and check that car out by Kia. Todd Parrish will be on the phone with us, telling us all about it. But we always have a wonderful time on Monday nights at Your Pie, and it kind of starts a week off in good sports fashion.
You're exactly right. That'll be a lot of fun for us. But also, don't forget the fun that you'll have with Tommy and Michael tomorrow night for the LaGrange High School game.
Yep.
That'll be a big game. Also, is Callaway off this week?
I think they are.
I think they are this week. Yep. They had the big trip to Commerce County Central, the big win for them. So this week they're off.
No, actually, they may be going to Harrison County.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Harrison County.
So, Andrew, sorry about that, man. I didn't check my schedule. So Andrew and Chris will give you the Callaway game, and you'll have Tommy and Michael giving you the game for the LaGrange High School Grangers. Our best of luck to both of our sister schools.
And that'll be a big game for Callaway and the Harrison County. I think it's 5-0 right now, and so they've been over the last few years coming on strong. So hopefully the Callaway Cavaliers will go up there and take care of business early on.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. 49-0. The Tigers have won this one by a big margin. That's all we got from here. I got Greg beside me. I got Spencer over here. I'm Jack Mormon. We'll see you next week on the radio.
A Southern tradition since 1945. That's